we go for Excel. Okay, no doubt. Some of our friends, as they share their experience, I believe they're already working in Excel quite long and day in, day out, the most of the premium time they spend time in Excel. Well, but first things, people, being an Excel user, we must know which version of Microsoft Excel we are working with. So how to know that? Just go to your Windows button and there you type Excel. The moment you type Excel, your Microsoft Excel window will be opened. And there is an option called File. So when you go to the File menu, we have an option called Account. And when you choose this account option, it will take you through what is that version you have got installed with. So if you look at in my system, I have got 365. Similarly, you just watch your screen and drop me a message in the chat box. Is it 2013, 2016, or 2019, or Office 365, or 2021? Whatever it is, drop me a message in the chat box by identifying your own version. And do it quickly. Open Excel, go to File, Account, and check your version. Okay, Office Standard 2019. That's good. Others people, 2019 Balaji too. Very good. Yes. Vinod, Manivasakam, Pinky, Satna. Ananya is having 2013. That's good. Okay, 2013.
Mine is Microsoft Professional plus 2019.
2019. Okay, that's fine. All right. So anybody's having 2007 or 2010, anybody's having, then please let me know because there are some features you will not be having when I explain something in my Excel screen. So don't be worried about that. Only thing is you have to upgrade your Microsoft Office application. Now, what is the point of knowing all these versions? Why? How it is going to help me? I'll tell you. Suppose take an example, people, you are working within your office environment and some of your colleagues or your teammates in their system, they're using some different formulas and they're making their life easy. They're able to do the job with quite no time. Now, definitely you will be also started expecting from your system as well, but your system doesn't support with that particular formula or functions. Then how to deal with? I'll tell you. So simple example, okay, is this is of Mac version. Okay. Okay, 365 subscription. That's fine. No problem, Sapna. You are in 365. So Pinky is having 2012. Okay, 2012. Pinky, are you using MacBook? Hello?
Actually, it got, I mean, I got it done install a long back and later on I could not. And I also downloaded WPS, but I don't think so. It has a new version of Excel.
No, 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 no. Don't work in WPS because so many features in WPS will be missing again. So today
Okay.
somehow you manage, but
Okay.
tomorrow please ensure you have only Microsoft Office
Mm,
version. Okay. Else you have to watch my screen only because
okay,
you can't
Sapna.
work parallelly. Because WPS is a Chinese product. And China, as competitive to Microsoft, they have made it, but some features
No,
they're unable to make.
actually, I have W. I have W2PS, but I can uninstall it. I have already installed another version, that 2022. I mean, sorry, 2012. Yeah.
So
So
2012
yeah.
is 2012. There is no version of 2012. You might be having either 13 or 21 or 2019 or 2016 if you are using Windows version based laptops. So that's why I asked you, are you using MacBook or laptop?
Mm.
Okay, so any features is missing, then definitely I will let you know what you have to do the solutions for that. See, The reason of I asked you this question to identify your own versions, people. There are some features you will be not be getting if you are there in the
It's
earlier versions of
Windows tab.
Microsoft Excel. See, the formula, take an example. If I go for is equal to X lookup, you have heard of VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, all these formulas or lookup formulas. Have you heard of XLOOKUP? This formula is available only if you are there in 2021 or Microsoft Office 365 versions. So likewise, there are so many formulas when you see some other people are using, but you don't find such formulas in your Excel window. This is nothing but because of the versions difference. So don't be panic why I am not getting such kind of formulas, because you need to upgrade your version of Microsoft Office. Okay. So I'll let you know whenever the things are missing. Don't be panic. Do let me know. I would help you out. Now, coming to our first file. The moment you look at our sample case studies folder, people, there is a file called corporate case studies. Kindly open that. So when you go to corporate case studies file, it will be landing up with our cover page, and there is a next button. You can click on that. And when you go to the next button, it will take you to the sheet called business maths. So kindly confirm all of you are getting the same worksheet called business maths open in front of your screen. Why for yes quickly in the chat box.
Where it is available?
It's there in our sample case studies folder. You would have received a
Yeah,
case
yeah,
studies folder and the file
yeah,
name corporate case studies.
yeah. Okay.
If you open, the first sheet is your cover page. The next immediate sheet is called business maths.
Yeah.
Right. So now we are going to discuss on this example of business maths case studies. Okay, people. Now, what is there in business maths? What kind of data you have got it over here, Prabhas? I'll let you know about it. In our routine activities, people, we deal with so many basic calculations over there in Excel. But the problem is we spend a lot of time for doing the same. Though we know it is a basic calculation, but we spend a lot of time. Why? Because of our mindset or because of the practice we have developed. So we have collected a few examples from our routine activities. And if this kind of scenario comes, how to deal with the same, how to make some improvements on that, we are going to discuss one by one. So we'll go for a first example. So kindly stay focused on the first example. What we need to do, let's first have a discussion. And let me first give a understanding about the data, what's the requirement, what's the ask, you will be pretty clear, and then we'll deal with the same. Don't worry. Suppose, say, take an example. Somebody XYZ, one person came from a department and he asked me, Prabhas, I need to purchase three products, naming ABC or XYZ, anything. How many quantities to be purchased? A of 1,000, B of 12, C of 20. And when I inquired the same with our vendor has given the rates A of 1 rupee each, B of 20 rupees each, and C of 10 rupees each. Now, when I taken up this matter to my finance department, I asked them to give a check in favor of XYZ Limited Enterprises, whatever it is the vendor name. Then they asked me return question, Prabhas, how much amount you need to purchase all these said products of said quantities. So to answer my finance team, what I do over there or what we do basically, just have a look. I'll go for first creating a formula equal to, don't need to do anything, just watch my screen, quantity multiply by rate per unit. And once I receive my answer, then I go for a total. Then only I realizes that I need to tell that I need to get a check of 1,440 rupees. Do you agree with me? This is how we do. If you have understood the whole scenario to answer this precisely, this is the operation we do, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine, fine. Nothing wrong. What we did is absolutely right. It's perfectly fine. But let's analyze the situation. Our requirement is lying only with this cell. But what is the point of getting all this? Do you think that is it playing any role anywhere? No, but we are helpless. Unless and until we get all these three, we can't get our total. So we are ending up creating some unwanted data. Now, can you realize why we are getting our file size heavy? Because we keep creating a lot of unwanted data. Okay. Now, another problem. When I go and create another column in my file and apply necessary formulas like this, again, the file size also getting heavy. So these are the reasons, people. What is the practice we have developed? Though it is giving the answer, but that should not be a right choice. Definitely. So how to make an improvement on this? Just focus on my screen for a minute. Watch my screen. There is a cell called total cost. Okay. So here I'm going to write a formula. What is the formula name? Is called sum product. Now, how to write our formula efficiently? Because most of the time, what it happens, people, we keep writing the entire text of the formula. No need to do that. See how to write our formula. Equal to SUM. When I go for sum, there are so many formulas listed in sum name, but I'm going for sum product. So when I go for the next character, sum product, can you see the entire sum product formula is highlighted in blue color? So now I'm ready for next level. But instead of writing the entire text, how to populate the entire text of the formula? By simply hitting the tab key from the left, TAB, tab key. When I hit it, it automatically brings up the formula till the open parenthesis label. Now what it demands me? Array 1. So simply this is a array formula. So it is demanding. Where is the first array? Array means a column or a row or a combination of the same. So our first array is quantity column. I have taken, comma. Next, I am going for array 2, rate per unit. That's it. Two arrays were required. We have defined the same. The moment I hit enter, I am getting the result. And immediately, even though I have got 1,000 entries also, I no need to be worried about. And whatever the formula is giving the answer, that will be definitely I can speak to my finance team about to collect a check of said amount. So this is how, people, whenever there is a need, you can make use of this sum product over here and this will be working fine. So give it a try, please, and check is it working? Sum product. It's a very powerful formula. You can do a lot of things. And since 1985, the moment Excel has incepted till 2021 version of Microsoft Excel, this is there. And you can do a lot of things with some product. So we have seen a glimpse of that and people call it as a array formula.
Sorry, sir. Which file we have to open from
The
the
file
sample? Sample.
corporate case studies. Corporate case studies, when you open, it will landing up with the cover page. The immediate next sheet is business maths. All right. So Mani, is it working for you?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
great.
working.
Fine, fine. Vinod, what's the status?
Sir, actually, I have joined on mobile,
Okay, okay,
so I will means practice in the night.
okay. No problem. So if you have the confidence, you can make the things better. You can do that, not issue. Okay, friends. So I believe this sum product formula, how to write it over here, what is the objective over here for writing this formula, and what is the beauty of using this formula, we have understood everything. Now we'll go for our next question. Vendor evaluation. Let's stay focused, connect with my audio and watch your screen. Okay. See, ideally in any corporate or industry, wherever you are working with, the purchase system, our purchase department, they have their own standard operating procedure that is called SOP. What is that? They suggest it that whenever you go for a critical items to purchase, do not rely upon with a single source of supply. And if you do so, then you are running your business with high risk. So what they suggest is always go for minimum three competitive quotes, and we call it as technically L1, L2, L3. Do you agree?
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So same thing we are going to do now. We have a prices column, you can see, and in this prices column, various our vendors have prescribed the rates, and from that we need to identify our L1, L2, L3. So kindly look at the same and tell me what would be our L1 price. Anybody?
87.
87.
87. Very good. L2,
99.
0.2. L3,
103.2.
103.2. So since we had got maximum 7 to 8 items, it was very easy to find out L1, L2, L3. Take a real-time situation. When you open the file in the same prices column, suppose you have got 10,000 line items of data, and from that 10,000 items, you need to find out L1, L2, L3. What we do in that case? Yes, people?
Mm.
Uh,
We want to
smaller to
compare.
larger, A to Z wala formula.
Right? That is what we do. We go for sorting. So basically, we go for not exactly top 10. We need conditions over here. Okay. So we go for, yeah, basically we're sorting our data. This is what anybody does. So we select our column, then we go for sorting the same in smallest to largest order. And whatever the three line items comes in the beginning, we treat this as our L1, L2, L3, and we drop a mail to our superior stating that, sir or ma'am, we have found out our L1, L2, L3 supplier rates. Kindly approve the same so that we can start procuring our materials. Our bosses also, without having a second thought, they immediately give us a green signal. Please go ahead. This is how the practice we have. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Nothing wrong. Whatever the practice we have, completely, absolutely fine. But I have a simple question. In this entire process of vendor evaluation and finding the L1, L2, L3 vendor rates, where is the value addition to the work? Because sorting is a task anybody can do. I could have given this task to one of my subordinate. I could have given this task to one of my teammates or to my office boy also, because nowadays MS office boy also comes with MS Office literacy, right? So sorting is anybody's job. Anybody can do that. So being a professional, being a skilled person, why I'm spending my quality time for doing a task which is non-productive in nature? We never realize, we never think upon that. Trust me. Now you can ask me a question, Prabhas. Okay, this is what you are saying something. I mean, we have never realized that. But if that is the case, if it is so non-productive task, then why my boss has never objected? Because you are not doing anything wrong. Whatever the task, the way you are doing, this is what the standard practice in the organization we have. So he is also not having any objection. So it's not mandatory. It's not necessary that whatever the existing practice we have in our industry, the same thing you need to follow blindly. If you believe at any point of time you want to make some difference, or if you apply some different thoughts, you can save some cost to the company, or you can bring some process improvements, please go ahead and implement it. Because unless or until you give a try, you can't find the result. So in this case, the problem is today I am looking for ABC product. I have to sort my data. Tomorrow, if my product changes to XYZ, again I have to sort my data for that particular product rates. So this task is recurring in nature. Do you agree?
Yes.
So this is the place where we have to make some improvements. We have to make the things dynamic. Instead of doing a static job, we have to make our things dynamic. But how? Let's see. Just look at my screen on over here. We have got bottom three column. Can you see? So ideally, we have to find out our L1, L2, L3 in this place. Okay. Objective is clear. Now, how do we write our formula? Always we have a practice that we go to a cell, we write our formula, then we go and simply drag it like this. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So this is where we have to
Yes, sir.
stop today and we have to make some improvements on that. So what is the improvement? I'll tell you. First, we'll select all these three cells where we need to get our solution. First, we'll select that. Okay. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, and immediately start typing what the formula naming small. So there is another array formula we have called small. And when I go for this, what it demands me array. Where is the array? The data is there in my left side or my right side of the formula in the left side. So I'll go for left arrow key and then It has reached the first cell of that array, but I need to select the entire range. Control Shift down arrow key to select the entire range. Now this range should not move down when I copy this formula towards down. What I'm supposed to do? Anybody?
You want to enter.
No, we have to lock it. So how to lock it? We have to go for pressing F4 key. So when I go for pressing F4, it will be applying $2 symbol. One before column, making column lock. One before row, making row lock. So ultimately, E12 will not go to E13 or E12 will not go to F12. Similarly, E17 will not go to E18 or E17 will not go to F17. So this is called our absolute reference or cell lock or cell constant or cell freeze. If F4 is not a direct key, you have to use function with F4, Fn key with F4 and comma. Now what it is asking K. What is the meaning by K? K is nothing but called ranking. So in our case, L1, what should be the rank? The question itself answer is there. L1 rank should be 1. L2 rank should be 2. L3 rank should be 3. So basically, in place of K, we are expecting 1, 2, and 3. But we cannot define all these three together. And either we can go to each and every cell and edit the formula. So what we have done, if you look at, we have already created a column towards the right side in column G, naming called 1, 2, 3. So we are going to take that column help, but I'm unable to click it. So how to navigate towards my right? Simple. I should go for right arrow key and I have reached to the G12. So I have the data in my F column. Now I am moving to G column. Okay. Bracket close. Formula is ready. Ideally, how you end up with your formula? Enter. But today we are going to use control and enter together. And immediately you will be getting your solution. So this is how people ideally we should write our formula naming called small. So please give it a try and check. Is it working? Any doubt, any queries? Do let me know.
Sir, how to go to G12?
Use the right arrow key. See, this is top, bottom, left, right arrow keys we have. You can take those arrow keys to move left, right, top, bottom.
Yeah, hi. After the array,
Yeah,
I'm trying to press function F4, but then it's not working. Can I share my screen?
yeah, please.
Yeah. Can you help me with this?
Yep, yep. So you go for F4 first. Go for F4. No, on your keyboard, press the F4 key.
F4, F4.
No, no. First you select the range. Select the range first. Starting from E to E12, E12 to E17. Yeah, right. Now press F4, the key, the top order key F4. It is taking to that. Okay, go for function with F4.
So how can you select the range without using your mouse?
Control Shift and down arrow key.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Then comma, use the right arrow key to move right.
Control and right arrow.
No,
Just the right arrow key.
no, this is Mac, so it's just a minute.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I need to
Sir,
put comma? Comma
Uh,
and Okay, got it.
Now
Sir,
bracket
a
close,
small
control
doubt.
enter. Yes, Mani.
Small. Okay, I opened the bracket. E12 to selected the cell. Then after that, how to lock that cell?
No. E12 to E17. Have you
E,
selected
E-
first?
yeah, yeah.
Then we use F4 key. In the top order, you see F1, F2, F3, F4.
F4 key. When I put F4 key, it
Uh-huh.
is showing PC screen only.
Okay.
Some
So go for function with F4. In the bottom line left, you see Fn keys there, one Fn.
FN, yes.
Fn with F4, press together. It will helping you to apply the dollar symbols now.
Yeah. Now after
Right.
that, comma. Then
Yeah.
G G12. I want to select the next.
Yes.
Okay. Then how to close the parenthesis bracket?
Yeah. Parenthesis. Yeah. Bracket. You can put the manually bracket close.
Manually bracket only. Okay.
Yes. Manual bracket
Okay, then
close and
then
then
then enter.
then control enter. Control enter. Not enter.
Enter. Okay. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get sir, to get G12, you didn't use mouse, right? So how do you do it in uh
That's
the
what
keyboard?
arrow key. You use the right arrow key to move towards right.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I'm taking the control back on the screen. So I believe everybody is clear so far, whatever we did to get our small formula applied over here and get the result. Similarly, now we are going to find out our top
Sir,
three
I did
values. Yes, Pinky?
control enter, but it did not get selected. I mean, three answers.
Okay, could you
I'm just
share your
getting
screen?
187.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
that is what I will rectify everyone because you did not select the all the three before creating the formula or designing the formula. So Pinky, you can share your screen. The others you can focus those who are not getting the answer with control enter. Yes, Pinky?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please share your screen. Go to your Excel window.
Sir, is there any this formula we are selecting this? We are doing this formula, no? Is there
Right.
any write up to lock what is the things we want to do? This then finally we want to press control and enter. Like this, any write up or anything is there?
No, these are the basic things. So you will not be getting the right of steps for that, but yes, you'll be getting a notes for it. Like in this kind of situation, the formula should be small. So
Hmm.
exactly how to write the small formula. You will be getting the model wise the answers you will be getting as a soft copy, and you'll be getting the recordings. That is enough, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Because see, oh, I mean, one time you can't remember the whole thing. You need to practice upon the same. Practice is very, very essential. So only thing is one time practice in training is essential because tomorrow when you're going for the practice at your end, you will not be struggling around.
Okay.
Right. So Pinky, you are able to share your Excel window, please. Just check because I can't see your Excel screen.
So I thought I have shared, so I was on it only. Let me share it
No, no,
again.
no, no, no. You have not shared your Excel window. See, share the entire screen or entire desktop. Do not share a specific window.
So now can you see?
Yeah. Just go for, no, no, come out of that. Come out of that. Yes. No, 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 no. Go for escape. Go for escape. First, select all the three cells of bottom three column. Leave the mouse, leave the touchpad. Immediately type equal to. Just type equal to. Don't worry. Type equal to.
So three, but how can I, like equal to, then it will get select only one, no?
Don't do that. Just follow my see, that is the mistake you are doing. This is the reason why you are not getting. Just follow my instructions as it is. Escape. Come out of that. Escape. Press the escape button.
Yes.
Select all the three cells of bottom three.
No.
Now just immediately type equal to. No need to worry about selection and all. Just type equal to symbol.
Okay.
And then type small. Then F4 to lock, comma. Use the right arrow key. Don't worry. Don't do any operations with the touchpad or mouse.
Okay.
Use the right arrow key. Keep the cursor on the end. After E17. Now comma. Use the right arrow key. You can just use the right arrow key. No need to depend upon your touchpad or mouse operator. Just use the right arrow key. Top, bottom, left, right. How do you move? Same right arrow key, just use. Okay. Now do one thing. Now bracket close, control enter.
Got it.
Control enter.
So my
So
mistake was I was not
So why, so why do
kept
you
on
use
pressing that escape. So that's the reason I was not getting.
yeah,
so
after
why do you
selecting,
use control enter? Like if you just enter, I think you'll just get once. But if you use control, I think you'll scroll down all three.
yeah, you have to. If you use enter, it will be applying only to this particular active cell. But if you
Okay.
use control enter, it will be applied for the entire selected cells.
Okay.
That's why we have gone for control enter. But if you're using enter again, you have to drag. So that is what we are going to stop. We are going to make some improvements on that to save our time.
Okay.
Yeah. So Pinky, you are in 2007. Tomorrow, if you get a chance, kindly upgrade your system to 2013 at least.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right, friends. So now we are done with our small formula. Let's go for the next one to find our top three values over here. So similarly, for bottom three, we use small. What will be the opposite of small? Definitely
Large.
it's large. So we'll go for a large formula. Now just 1 minute, watch my screen again. I'll be taking the array. Array is on my left. I'll be selecting the whole thing. That's fine. Now I need to lock it. How to lock it? Going for F4.
F4.
And why I need to lock it? Because I need to copy this formula towards down. Now, comma. Again, it demands K. I told you K means nothing but the ranking. And ranking, we cannot go and type each and every cell over here. That's why we have to take the helper column from the left. And bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell. But we need to apply for rest. Shortcut, control, enter. We got the things. So this is how people, the top three values also we able to find out over here. So please give it a try and check. Are you getting your top three values as well?
Yes, done.
Right. Okay. Now,
But it is not coming for all the three cells. Maybe I want to select it in the beginning.
no. How did you do that first? Did you select first the three cells?
Yeah, and it's not done, but now I'm doing.
Yeah, please do
Yeah.
it now. Select all the three cells first, then leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, immediately type equal to. Having the selection with all the three cells, type equal to. Then keep continuing with the formula. Large, then taking the range, locking the same, comma, taking the value from G12 cell, bracket close, control enter.
Bracket close, control and enter.
Yeah,
Sir,
Okay.
can I share my screen? I don't know.
yeah,
Just
Yeah.
yeah, no problem.
so you can see.
It's getting loaded. So I'm getting only the blank.
Uh, you're not able to see, sir.
No. Did you share your entire screen or entire desktop option?
And I did share the entire desktop.
Okay, do it again.
Okay.
Ah,
Now,
now go to Excel. Mm-hmm. Type. Okay. Use the array. Lock it. Comma. Take the left arrow key.
and
No,
enter.
you have taken G12. You have taken the
Uh,
value from which cell? You have taken
I12.
from I12. Your
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 is there in the left, right?
Yeah.
So you have to use that G12. Instead of I12, you should use G12. Now you will be applying only for one cell.
So should I?
No, you have to do that in one shot. If you want to do means you have to go with the flow. Now, if you go and try control enter also, it will be applied only for one cell
Okay.
since you are working with one cell only. So
Mm-hmm.
hit enter, no problem, hit enter. Now you have to go for double click on that drag button, double click. Now rest of three just coming up that you have to delete. The
Okay.
num value you have to delete those things. No, not one by one, select whole and delete. Okay, so I believe everybody is clear that how to use this small and large formula and get our result. Now, let us first have a discussion upon the same. Are you happy with the formula, whatever you have learned, this small and large?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you got the understanding, rather doing this repeatedly of taking the sorting options and getting the things done, you can always keep this formula ready and this will be very, very helpful. Whenever you are designing a template or a dashboard, a summary report or tabular report, you can always keep using this kind of formulas. Right. Fine. You got the solution. You are happy that also you expressed. Fine. But just 1 minute, let's analyze the same situation. So I'm taking two names from our group. One is say our Balaji and second one is Money. So Balaji and Money, if I take your name for the story, is that okay? Is there any objection?
No, no, absolutely fine.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you so much. Now suppose say our friend Balaji has prepared something like this, a template, and he has shared it across to Money. Now, Money is watching the entire information and he has a question in the mind that why Balaji has created all these things. What is the relevance of this column? What is the role this is playing? But our friend Money is having a question in his mind and he feels that this is unwanted and he deletes that. Now, see the situation. What happens? Entire formula is in trouble, and this is what also happens so many times with us. We create something, design something, send it across to next level, people do some R&D on that, and later the entire thing's in toss. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what happens. Now, what you have understood from the situation is what we did. over here, our experts, they do suggest us to do the job like this, but technically, Microsoft Excel never recommends for that. And neither I do advise for doing the job like this. So now, if this is unwanted, we cannot take this columns help like this, then what is the option we have? How to create this kind of solution or how to design such kind of solutions over here. So technically what we are going to do, people, we are going to need that 1, 2, 3, no doubt about it, but we are going to make our formula efficient enough in such a way it will generate 1, 2, 3 in the formula itself, and it will be getting the result for us. How? Just see. 1 minute, watch my screen. Now, if you look at which row I am in,
12.
row number 12. Now, any point of time, if I want to identify which row I am in, we have a formula in our Excel naming called row. So when I go for the row formula, is it showing the same row number?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same formula in our Excel. 1 minute. Again, watch my screen. No need to hurry for the solution. I'll be giving time. I'll be using same large formula. Taking the data, going from the array. Where is the array? Over here. I'll be taking this. Okay. I'll be locking it. No doubt. Comma. Now I need 1, 2, 3. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right. I'll be using the same row formula. Now, what is going to generate this row formula? Is it going to generate the same 12?
Yes.
But what I'm looking for in place of K, what I'm looking for? 1. So basic mathematics, what I can do? Can I deduct with 11?
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, this is going to give me 1. Formula is ready, only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. We know, control enter. See the beauty. Without using any kind of helper column, we could generate that solution. And this is what nothing but your nested formula. So within formula, one formula, when you write, we call it as nested. So give it a try and check, is it working?
Can you please explain this again?
Yep. See, earlier it was 1, 2, 3, correct?
Yes.
Then, but I told you this is unwanted because Excel never recommends for that. But we need that 1, 2, 3. So I told you, explained you about a formula called row. This is always giving the row number as the answer. Do you agree?
Yes.
Now I need that 1 over here in place of 12. So what I need to do, I need to go for minus 11. And when I go for this and drag it, is it going to give me same 1, 2, 3?
Correct.
That is the same thing we did in the formula. So
Okay.
in place of 1, we have taken the row formula, we have deducted with 11.
Got it.
So similarly, please rectify your small formula also, please. So taking equal to small, taking the prices column, locking the same with row formula minus 11. Control enter. So this is how people, when you
Actually,
write, yes,
actually, row formula, we
yeah.
want to put a row, then the brackets and all. It automatically it will come, or we want to enter the bracket.
No, no, no. Open bracket will come automatically when you hit the
Yeah.
tab key. When you
Yeah.
hit the
Yeah.
tab key, it will come. But you have to close it manually because
Yeah.
Excel doesn't understand what you're going to do. So you have to literally close that since we are writing multiple formulas.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
Yep, right. So I believe everybody's clear, people, what we did with large with row combination, small with row combination.
Yes.
Yeah. So this will be very, very helpful. As I told you, when you design a template, summary report, tabular report, this kind of formula plays a very great role. All right. Balaji, clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. Pinky?
Yes.
Right.
Sir,
Fine.
I have
Then,
one doubt.
yeah.
Sir, I found that using this two formula, when I'm using row and with row formula without closing the parenthesis, it don't allow me to get the result. But only using large formula with serial number 1, 2, 3 without closing parenthesis also, it get the result. So any means mechanism is there.
It's mechanism. I told you same thing asked by our money also. That see, when you are writing a formula individually, just one time, suppose say row, it is an individual formula. Do you see anything
Yeah.
before row or at the end of the row or before R or after
Oh,
close parenthesis?
uh,
So even though I don't give it, it will automatically understand that it
yes,
has to close the
yes.
bracket. But when I go for large formula, okay, large formula is opened. I take the range, no doubt.
Yeah.
But when I go for this, then when I take the row formula, again I open it. Now it doesn't understand whether it should
Yeah.
close the large formula or it should close the row formula. It is not clear.
Yeah,
That's
only
why,
for nested functions we need to close.
absolutely, absolutely. That is what logically it is designed. So you have to follow the same logic over here.
Okay,
All
sir.
right, right. So now we are going to our next example, naming called basic rounding of our data. So this will be also very, very helpful. So stay focused for 1 minute on my screen. See, we have a prices column. It is containing some decimals along with some whole numbers in place. Okay. Now what my boss is asking me, Prabhas, I don't like to see the decimals over here. Just do one thing. Round off the data to the nearest one unit. So what is the meaning by rounding off the data to the nearest one unit? Ideally, for 103.2, what we do?
103.
103.
We go for 103. Similarly, if it is of 111.5, we write 112. Do you agree?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you closely look at that, one case we took 1 unit down, one case we took 1 unit up. How do you decide that? We are not deciding anything. We are decide. This is automatically defined by the post decimal characters. If post decimal character is 5 or more than 5, we take 1 unit up. If it is less than 5, we take 1 unit down. This is the standard logic we apply. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the same thing my
Yes.
boss is also expecting from me. So what we do in that case, we take the option help called round formula. This is what the practice since ages people following. But Microsoft has made some improvements on that. So let me take you through what is that new formula introduced by Microsoft since 2007 version of Microsoft Excel is equal to M round. First 1 minute, watch my screen. M round. M stands for multiple. How it works, it demands me the number. From the left, I took it, comma, multiple. So here you need to understand. We are not going to multiply with any value. Multiple has a different meaning. The meaning is like the moment you want to go for rounding off your data, okay, what is the factor? What is the difference between the lower unit and upper unit? Like a layman language, if you talk about this, 103.2 is there. Suppose I am not aware of what is the post decimal character, but I need to round it off. Blindly, if I look at what is the probabilities, what is the options I have, either I can go for 103 or I can go for 104. Do you
104.
agree?
Yes.
Yes.
So 103.xyz, whatever the decimal purpose, 103 is the lower unit, 104 is the upper unit. Now, what is the basic difference between 103 and 104? How many units?
9.9.
No, 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 no.
One.
1 unit.
It's of 1 unit.
Well, acha, okay.
The difference between the upper unit and the lower unit. Upper unit is
Noted.
104, lower unit is 103. So difference is of 1 unit. So that is nothing but called multiple. Okay. So once I go for this, formula is ready. Only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Control Enter. We got the result. So this is how people, again, this M round formula will be very, very helpful whenever you design the templates. You can keep the formula ready, and whenever the user types some decimals data or decimals data is generated or coming out of in this, automatically Excel will be taking care about the whole numbers. So please give it a try. M round is working for you. Kindly confirm.
Yes.
Right. Now, coming to the next, same prices column we have. Now, what my boss is asking, please stay focused. He's asking me, Prabhas, why don't you round up the data to the nearest 5 unit? Now, if I look at the same 103.2, what will be my answer in this place? These people, anybody?
Add 5 units. 108.
108. Okay. Any other answers?
For the same M round. If it is like 5 units, it depends on the decimal. If it is more than 0.5, then it will take, you know, adding one, right?
No. So you did not get it then. Okay, let me make it more clear. Just look at my screen. Suppose say I have created a scale or I have designed a scale of 5 skip count or 5 jump values like 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, like this. Now, if I'm looking at 103.2, in which interval this is going to fall? Is it going to fall in between 100 and 105? Do you all agree?
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, which is the nearest one for 103.2? Which is the closest one?
105.
So that should be the answer, correct?
Okay.
So this is what we are going to achieve now. Similarly, if it is of 87, what should be the answer?
90.
90.
Check properly.
85.
87,
85. 85.
85, because it is going to fall in the interval of 85 to 90. Now, which is the closest one for 87?
85.
85. If it is of 87.5 or more, then you should have gone for
90.
90. Right? So this is what we are going to achieve now. Just see. I'll go for simple, same M round, no other formulas. Taking the logic of number, okay, comma, multiple. I told you for 103.2, 105 is the upper unit, 100 is the lower unit. Now, what is the difference between these two?
5.
5.
So that's what we have to go for. And now, bracket close, control enter. So can you see? Whatever we had discussed, is it the same number it is populating?
Yes.
Right. So this is how people, any point of time to go for your multiples of 5 or multiples of 10, you want to go for, you can keep creating this kind of formula and this will be giving the result. Most of the time, this is what we need. Whenever you create any kind of purchase order or sales work order or invoice templates or your costing sheets and all, or your income tax calculations, mostly we always go for rounding off our data. Because if you do not round off your data, again at the year end, you have to spend some time for reconciliation activity because of the differences. So that you can avoid since the year beginning itself. If you follow this method at the end of the year, you don't need to struggle. So M round, multiple round, how it is working. Hope you are clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions from anybody so far?
This M round, again, we want to lock it or no need for any locking the
No need
cells?
of locking money. See, locking where it is necessary when your data should not move. So here our price column has to move the data one by one cell it has to move. That's why we have to keep it open. I cannot lock it because if I lock E22, then it will not go to E23. But I need E23 to be populated, right?
So how you are actually for me the only one cell is coming. The next cell is not coming continuously. Continuously in the sense it is
Because you have not selected. That is what I told you.
selected.
Control enter if you want to use. You have to first select the whole range. Then you should go for populating equal to immediately. Then M round and taking the data, comma, 1, control enter.
Okay.
Sir, just one question. How
Yeah.
are you pasting this formulas? मतलब is equal to m round d22 आपने जो रो 28 में डाला है ना, तो
Uh-huh.
उसको मतलब when I'm pasting it, it is giving me a value again.
हाँ,
तो
what I'll
just for
what I'll tell you, हाँ, I'll tell you. Just see. अब देखो. You can over here, any point of
Hmm.
time, if you want to showcase or display the formula what you have used, that will be very, very helpful in our template case. When you want to give a knowledge transfer to the user, in those cases this will be very helpful. What you can do is on the next immediate cell or anywhere, कहीं पे भी आप जाओ, टाइप करो एक फॉर्मूला है, फॉर्मूला टेक्स्ट, डू यू सी सच काइंड ऑफ फॉर्मूला टेक्स्ट, देखो.
Yeah.
Now go for that and refer to the cell which is containing a formula. And the moment you hit enter, this will show कि आपने कौन सा formula use किया हुआ है.
फॉर्मूला टेक्स्ट लगा के आप क्या बोल रहे हैं
Yes.
कि
वो cell को लेना है equal to formula text and that
हाँ,
cell you refer.
अच्छा.
Sir, I'm not getting answer, although I'm, writing the right formula.
So now, which one you are not
M
getting?
round. M round.
What you have taken? Could you please spell out the formula?
M round equal to M round.
Uh-huh.
The row. I mean selected, array. Then 1, comma 1. Closed,
Uh-huh.
like bracket. Then
You
control
should not
enter.
select the array. You should not select the array. I have never selected the array any point of time. What is the
Okay.
formula I have taken? One number only. You can't
Okay.
define an array and you can over here paste it over here like this. You have to take only the number, one cell value.
Okay.
Okay.
तो अभी आपने जो 29 में दिया है वो you have taken that formula क्या?
No, I have not taken. I have copied and pasted.
अच्छा
But
हाँ, when you pasted it, how it is not coming as number? You are pasting it as what?
Right. So what you have to do is exactly when you want to copy paste action you want to do, you have to first select your formula, copy that, then escape, come back to the place where you want to paste it. But first
अच्छा,
go for a space and then
okay.
paste.
Oh, अच्छा.
Yeah. But it will be a long route for you. That's why I made your job easy by using formula text.
हम्म.
All right. So I believe our rounding of data, how to do that we are clear. The same round formula will be helping you a lot.
Yeah.
Now, coming to the next. Question number 4. We have a prices column. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. We have a prices column, and if you look at it, contains a mixed variables of the data. Like we have got positive, we have got negative as well in this particular column. So now my boss is not happy watching the same, and he is immediately asking me, Prabhas, I don't want to see the negative values. Just do one thing for me. Bring only the values which is positive in the next column. So the first question is, by looking at the data, how do you decide whether my data is negative?
Bracket 9.2 is
Okay,
minus.
right? If the data starts with a parenthesis or brackets, or if it starts with a hyphen or dash symbol, this is negative. If none of them is available, then it's a positive one. Simple logic we apply all the time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if I ask you, please logically find out whether the data is positive or negative. So what you do in that case, we go and check each and every cell. If it is more than 0, it's positive. If it is less than 0, it's negative. Do you agree?
Right.
Same thing my boss is also expecting from me. But in that case, I need to use a formula, a logical formula of Excel naming called if. So let's start working together. Select your entire cell range where you need to design your solution and then go for equal to if. What it demands?
If
If positive.
if the number is greater than 0,
That is what. So the element is logical test. Logical test purpose, we need to depend upon a cell which contains the value, which is in my left. Now, what kind of test? Is it greater than 0? That is what we are going to do the test. So this becomes my logical test. So what is logical test? Is it clear? I'm going step by step. Is it clear?
Yes.
yeah.
Now, when you conduct a test, there might be a success or there might be a failure. Do you agree? We can't predict.
Yeah.
So similarly, a logical formula also demands us if the success you are getting it, that is called value if true. What does it mean? The data is definitely more than zero. Then in the next column, which value you are expecting? The same value which you are checking. Do you agree?
Less than 0.
No, 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 not less than zero. Value if true. What does it mean by value if true? The value which you are checking, if it is more than zero,
Greater
it
than is
means
0.
it is positive. Now the same value only we are expecting in the next column, right?
Yeah.
That's why for value if true purpose, we have taken that same cell reference. Now come on. If there is a failure, value if false, what does it mean? So if it is not greater than zero, it means definitely it's a negative one, correct?
Yeah.
E32 less than
Now,
0.
if this is negative, we are not expecting that value in the next column, but there should be some treatment in the next column. What is that? Nil, not available, not applicable, zero, hyphen, anything you want to type. You must type within two double inverted quotes or double quotation marks. But here we are writing the formula in a template. So template, it should remain blank. And to define a blank cell in the formula, two immediate double inverted quotes. This is the place where people commits a mistake. They define two double inverted quotes, but they define a space in between that. That is really annoying because space, though it is not visible, but this is counted as a character. So you have to be very clear and careful. If you are expecting a blank cells to be defined as output, go for two immediate double inverted quotes. Now bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest, control enter. We got the things. So this is how people, you can notice a simple if formula, how to write it, a logical formula of Excel, and how it is helping us to get our results. We got a clarity. Check, is it working? Any doubt, any queries?
So can you explain one more time, sir?
Yep. See, basically, as I told you, when you want to check logically, value is positive or negative, we'll always go for comparing with zero. If it is more than zero, positive. If it is less than zero, negative. Same thing we are going to check by using the logical formula of Excel called if. This demands logical test. That purpose we need to depend upon a cell which contains the value. What kind of test? Is it greater than zero? If it is yes, means if the value is more than zero, so this is positive. Then in the next column, we are expecting the same value. So I have taken that cell again, comma.
Why we
Value.
want to put the same value? That is the thing
Then
I'm not
then
getting.
okay, then what you are expecting there?
If it is greater than 0, then it will be naturally it is a positive, no?
No,
So we can
he is not asking you to identify the data whether it is positive or negative.
hmm.
If he is asking to identify, then I should have written over here, like
Okay. Yeah. So just
positive.
to display that value, we are putting that cell itself.
Right, right.
Okay.
So I have to take that cell. Now, if it is not positive one, if it is not greater than zero, it's a negative. I don't want to show that negative value. I want to retain the cell as blank. So blank purpose, two double inverted quotes.
Yeah. Yeah. Understand.
Yes.
Sir, again, I'm trying to do that this thing by giving one space, the formula. It is not happening. Could you just explain it once again if you don't mind?
Yeah, no problem. You can share your screen. I can guide you immediately.
One sec.
How to put the greater value?
Sorry?
The greater
Right arrow.
symbol.
Right
Pardon?
arrow.
Right
Above
arrow.
enter.
I can't. Greater value.
No, greater than symbol is there. No, less than and greater than symbol is there. After L alphabet or after M alphabet.
Yeah. there is another symbol where there is a bracket, no, that square type bracket, and
No,
there is
no, no,
one.
that is different. That is different. That is our curly braces and square bracket. That is different. After P alphabet, that is different.
Yeah.
Yes, Balaji, able to share your
Yeah,
screen?
yeah, I'm not able to actually. I'm going there, open share tray.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then I have to share desktop window, right?
Yes, desktop.
Yeah. To share. Select a tab to preview Microsoft Teams.
Go to Excel now. Now I can see your Teams. Go to Excel window.
Can you see this?
No, I can't see the Excel. I can see only your Microsoft Teams window. Share your entire desktop or entire screen. Don't go for.
One sec. Entire screen. Okay.
Yeah, now you can share Excel. Just go to the Excel. Ah,
Can you see this?
yes, yes, I can see.
See,
Yeah.
now I can see the formula here. Okay.
Now select the formula. Copy.
Hmm.
Now escape. Now go to that cell. Hit the spacebar once and paste.
Oh,
Enter.
acha. Oh,
Yeah.
I did not escape. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So that becomes a ready reference. Once you see that, it will be much more easier for you to
Yes.
recall the formulas.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. And whenever you are creating a template, if you want to give a helping hand him to understand what kind of formula you have used, you can keep always in these things on.
So here we can put the formula text, and we can select a cell also. The formula will be
Yes.
displayed.
Yes. Yes. You can do either this or that. Both objective is remaining the same to display the formula. All right, so I'm taking the control back on the screen,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
absolutely.
believe now this if formula logic, what we have applied is clear for everyone. Again, my question is, are you happy with the solution?
Yes.
Again,
Obviously,
the
that,
decimal is not required. No, if it is 11, 111, no decimal,
fine,
we can do the
fine,
round off also.
right? You can do that, obviously the round off over here, but where to do? You have to go for in E32. This value output, if true, there you have to give M round. Here, taking this, comma, 1, then comma, like this. If you are not expecting the decimal post decimal values, and immediately it will be coming up, always with the whole numbers. But I would suggest don't go for extending the formula like this. What you can do is simple thing. You can select the entire solution area, go to home tab. There's an option over here called decrease decimal. Simple, the best option. Because the more the formula, again, it will be taking more time to process and it will be also making your file size heavy. Right? All right, so as we discussed, everybody's happy with the formula answer because we got the answer perfectly. But I do not recommend this. And trust me, 90% user immediately looking at the scenario, they will suggest you to go for this kind of formula. But I don't recommend this. The reason is, if you remember the very first problem we discussed while starting the training program, what was that? The file space management. Did you remember? I showed
Yes.
you one Word document, 8 ways to reduce your Excel file size. I told you something, right?
Yeah.
So remember one thing, in any Excel file, the more the if formula, file size will be more. So the bottom line is if formula should not be your first choice. If at all any other formula help is not there, in the worst case, use if formulas because it always occupies a lot of space and the file processing also will be very slow. So this is the reason why If this is not recommended, then how to make my solution very crisp and with limited characters, how to write my formula, I'm going to take you through. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. I'm going to use a formula naming called max. We know max formula, what it does. It finds out the maximum value in a range. So here it asks me number one. So I'll take number one from the prices column like this, comma. It asks me for number two. So ideally, logically, when you go for logically finding out the data, whether it is positive or negative, which is the value we have compared with, we compared with zero. So
Zero.
this is the same thing we are going to do. Now, things have become more simple. We are not asking Excel to perform a calculation for below zero cases. So between the price column value and zero, which is more, that alone it should return, right? Now formula is ready. Only for a cell, need to apply for rest. Control Enter. Now you tell me, being the audience side, if you look at which option you'll prefer to see the most, option one or option two?
Option 2.
Two.
Anybody's choice would be. So this is how people always try to keep your formula length minimum so that people would be happy what you're presenting. And trust me, that is going to make a lot of sense.
Done.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah, completed.
Okay, great. So this is now people, we have understood bit of logical functions application. Now we'll proceed to our next example over here. Just say, calculate the date of expiry of our AMC agreements. Say, take an example. I have furnished one contract on 11 December 2019 for the asset called HP printer, and I fixed the period of 16 months. And I need to find out now the date of expiry of that AMC agreement so that I can take a call whether to renew the contract or to stop the service or to change the vendor, or if the asset is already scrapped, there is no point of having AMC for that. So whatever it is, once I find the date of expiry, I can take a call for it. So ideally, what would be my date of expiry? Looking at the same, manually check and let me know.
Date of AMC plus 16.
Is 16 for the first, the HP printer should expire after 16 months
Yes,
from the date of AMC.
yes. So my question is when it is going to be expired, what should be the date? Manually check and let me know.
April of 2021.
April. What's the date?
10,
10 4
10,
10 4
10 for 2021,
Okay,
21 or
10,
22.
10, okay,
21.
21. So for a particular case to find out the answer, we took this much of time. Okay.
Yeah.
Think about it. When you open the file, there are 10,000 AMCs are there. You are the sole caretaker of entire AMC of the organization. How much time it will be taking for you? Or do you believe that you can hold a calendar in one hand and keep computing? So if you start the job in the morning, probably by end of the day, you could complete it. But that is also doubtful. So this is the place where, my friends, what you have understood. One thing for sure, the date related calculations has to be pretty accurate. Even a single day also makes a lot of impact. So you cannot take that approximate, okay, one plus or minus 1 day. Such kind of things are not acceptable. So you have to be pinpoint accurate. And for this, our experts, they will suggest you different types of answers. But I'll tell you a very simple way. What we can do is We can select our entire expiry date column solution area. We'll go for a formula equal to E date. E stands for electronic. E date. What it demands? Start date. We do have start date. Yes, comma. What is the next one is demanding? Months. We do have months in the left. Fine. Bracket close. Formula is ready. Only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Control enter. And see the beauty with immediate effect. It will be giving me the answer. And that's called our E date. Electronic date. Check your E date is giving the answer to you, please.
Expiry date is coming in the numbers. Then I think it is number of, what is it, sir?
Ah, that is
44
what
to
that is
297.
what yeah, that is what my question.
It's
All right. So this is what the people being a user, you need to first understand the data type, format to date. No. Well, this data, whatever you have got the answer, no doubt this is the answer, but answer is not in desired format. So what is this format about then? Immediately we believe this is a number since we have got the numerical value, not necessary to be number. Okay. So I'll take you through certain things. Just watch my screen for a minute. No need to do anything over here. Okay. Now, what is today's date? Anybody quickly?
11
11
February
February
2023.
23.
Right. So this is since in a date format we could got. Okay. Now, if I look into the action behind this date, technically, this is the number which is actually working. This is the number which is actually working, and this is called our general format. What is that? General format. Okay. Now, same data, I'm going to take it for over here. Okay, just have a look. And this is called our number format. Can you see the window dressing of your data only
Yes.
changing? Value remains the
Yeah.
same. Similarly, if I go for it, this is called our time format. Able to see?
Yes.
Again, I'm going to take it. This is going to be our date format. Value remains the same, only window dressing of your data is changing. Same data, one more time. This is called currency format. Same data, one more time, but this is called percentage format. So technically, being a Excel user people, we deal with all these types of formats. Now, if you look at our case, what is this format about?
Number,
Date.
general
So
format.
It's
general.
in it's in general format, right? Now, the question is over here, our data is in general format, but we have to bring it into date format. What we do, just watch my screen. Ideally, we have a practice going for right click, we go for format cells, then we go to date, and we go and change the format and click OK. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a long process. We don't have that much of time to afford in this place. What is the best way? I'll tell you. Any point of time to convert any format to date, Control Shift 3. There is a hash key, just see on your keyboard. Control Shift and 3 will be helping you to convert any format to date. Check it out. Wow. The simple keyboard shortcut is doing the job for me. So that's the reason why. If you are aware of all the keyboard shortcuts, people, trust me, in a day, you could save minimum 1 to 1.5 hours. Minimum, I'm talking about. All right. So this kind of formula will be pretty helpful whenever you are working with your contracts, agreements, claims, bank guarantees, or investment related documents, anything you are maintaining in Excel. Just don't use Excel to maintain as a database. Use Excel to maintain as a tracker. This formula will be very, very helpful in that case. All right. So E-date, is it clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you please copy
So
the?
it means we type this formula e date, then it will directly paste it in this format, particular format, because e date is for the this format, date format, right?
No, 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 no. I'm not clear. What's your question, please?
My question is e date. When we select e date, it will answer in this format, date format, right? That's the reason
No,
we.
no, 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 no. It will not. It will not. That is what the format I explained you. If you look at, these are the formats basically we are dealing with. So any point of
Date.
time from any format to date format, if you are looking for, this is called your date format. And earlier it was not having a date format, it was having a general format. So we need to
Mm-hmm.
convert into date format. For that
Date
reason, we
format.
have gone for a simple keyboard shortcut, Control Shift and 3. So this
Okay.
formula, I mean, whatever we are using it, technically it happens most of the time. This kind of problem you'll be facing. So this is the only way to deal with the same. Rather going for taking your mouse help and going for right click, format cells, date change, instead of doing that, you can go for a simple keyboard shortcut.
Can you please copy
So
the
for the
keyboard
other
shortcut then?
format was the key
For other
shortcut
format
keys.
means which format you are looking for. Now I told
General
you,
number every
yeah,
as
simple.
for
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 date we have
general,
control
I'm
shift
telling, I'm
F3,
telling,
right?
I'm telling you, I understood. Control Shift 1 for any format to number. Control
Okay.
Shift 2 any format to time. Control Shift 3 any format to date. Control Shift 4 any format to currency. Control Shift 5 any format to percentage. It's all are in serial number. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Sapna. Already it is copied. I have already done that. E-date formula. I have done it over here. This is the format
Uh,
formula.
no, only the
Okay.
present one. Edit. Not
Ah,
that.
E-date only. E-date
No,
only I'm
sorry.
talking about.
Shift Control
It's
3.
already there in the keyboard shortcuts list. I have shared you the keyboard shortcut list. That's also there already. So that's the
Okay.
reason
I
why
thought
I,
you already did it, so maybe you copy there so we remember when we go through the session. No problem. That's all right.
this is
Thank you.
already there. See, already there. That's what
Yeah.
I explained in the beginning. What is this files about? So if you look at over here, Control Shift and 3, this hash key applies the date format with the day, month, and year. Control Shift over here, percentage 5 for Control Shift of percentage format. Control Shift 4 for currency format. All these things are there. Don't worry, I'll be giving the separate list for the Mac keyboard shortcuts also. Don't worry about it. All right, so people, I believe now edit is clear and the keyboard shortcut, how it helps in converting any format to date, we got the clarity. But that alone is not enough because having the date of expiry alone is not going to bring us the solution. There is one more risk factor is there. What is that? 11th April 2021. Is it going to fall in a weekday or a weekend? That also we need to find out. So basically, we need to identify a day from a date. So let's go and check it out how to find a day from a date. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. There is a ready-made formula, people, naming called text. Demands me the value. I have got date of expiry, comma. Format text. Ideally, what is the date format we follow? Yes, anybody?
5 days.
Date, year, month,
Date,
date,
month, and
month,
year.
year.
Date,
DD.
That
month, and
is
year.
that is DD
MMYY.
or MMDDYY. Both are applicable depending upon the country or the user settings. So what is the significance of D? D stands for day, M stands for month, Y stands for year. This is predefined by Microsoft Excel. So month and year is not relevant for us at this state. We have to focus only with the date. So we need to go for the format naming called DDDD 4 times within two double inverted quotes. Now the question is why we need to go for 4D to get the complete string of the day. If I go for removing one D out of this, it will be giving you only first three character of the day. If I go and remove one more D, it will be giving only the date in terms of number or integer. So since we are looking for the entire string, we go for 4D. Now, is it case sensitive? No. Excel formulas are not case sensitive. So when you go for it, just see as we are we are anticipating the first case itself, it is falling in Sunday. If you do not compute that, it will be a trouble. Yes or no?
Yes.
So sometimes we need to create some data which is really not existing for our calculations purpose. This will be very, very helpful. So text will be very, very helpful to ascertain or find out a day from a date.
So why it's 4 times DDD?
That's what I explained to you. 4 times D to give the complete string. If you go and remove one D out of this, what I'm getting?
Okay.
3 characters of the day. If I go for removing one more D, I'm going to get only the date in terms of number 11. So for that reason, to get the complete string of the day, we go for 4 Ds. All right, so I believe everybody is clear the text formula application. Now let's go for making a practice finding the month and year as well. Please do it. So month, what would be the formula? Equal to same text
Text.
going
MM.
for our date over here and then within two double inverted quotes M 4 times. Similarly, for year, what we can do?
Why?
We can use that, but that is not necessary because text is a lengthy formula. So what I suggest is there is a ready-made year formula in our Excel. You can use that. So taking year, serial number, the date of expiry, bracket close. Now see, formula becomes so simple. As I told you, always keep your formula length minimum. So these formulas will be very, very helpful people whenever you are dealing with your SAP downloaded data or SAP reports, whatever somebody has sent you. You might be having only one column naming called your date. So sometimes you need to create this kind of columns for the further analysis, date, or suppose a month or year or day, anything. This kind of formula you can use it. So this is about our business maths calculations people. The formulas like sum product, small, large, with combination of row, usage of dollar symbol, M round, then if, max, to turn the logic of if over there, then E date, text, year formula. All are clear? Any doubt? Any queries?
Then sir, why there is no like specific formula for day like equal to day of 43 or kind of thing?
That's a good question, but you should ask to Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft has a forum. You can ask your questions there. You can give your suggestion also there. And if your suggestion is approved and appreciated by the R&D team of Microsoft, you will be paid for that also. Don't worry. That is how Microsoft has made some improvements because of the users' suggestions and the advice. Okay. So can I take that we are all are clearing business math sheet?
Yes.
Right. Now we'll go to our next naming called data presentation. So here you could see we have got some data set of 12 months. So I believe all are getting the same sheet in open on the screen.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Right. So let me put it in a scenario format. Just take a look. Follow my audio, please. My boss asked me, Prabhas, get me the entire year's revenue data. So what I did, month wise, product wise, or customer wise, whatever the reports I had prepared, everything I have opened and consolidated, and this is the final summary I have made it. Anybody can do that. Nothing extraordinary I did over here. But do you think that my boss is going to be happy by watching this?
No.
Definitely not, because what I presented, that is anybody's job. So when you will be happy, when you give more value additions to your data, you need to do something different. You need to give more add-on to the data. So basically in this data set, nobody is going to appreciate my work. So think about it and let me know what else we can do it in this data set, so that when I present it to my audience, they will be happy watching my presentation and they will be giving a compliment to my work. Or what else I can add it so people, whoever is watching, they will be very happy or they will be appreciating my work. Anything?
We can put a chart.
Yeah, so entire 12 months data, we can plot it in a graphical format, line, column, pie, bar, anything you can take it. Good, we can accept it. Then what else?
So you can also have the basic formatting and total set in place. Then if you want to highlight some, like the month of July, the numbers are high. So I mean, you can have some highlights, something like that. It will look good in the charts only.
Huh. So one thing we can make it two different point, like in which month we have got the maximum revenue, we can make it as which month we have got the least revenue. We can
Correct.
showcase it, highlight with green and red separately. We can add it total, all these things we can do. Yes, that's also value point. We can take this. Fine. What else?
So data val we can add.
Sorry.
Conditional formatting, we'll go to
Con
conditional formatting, then we go to
condition.
data val, then it will.
Conditional formatting data bars. So that is also more or less kind of giving you a bar chart kind of look. Well, that also we can take it. Very good. What else?
Uh, can we think of why was the revenue less in this month and why was it more in the another month? Anything like that?
Of course. So month and month comparison we can do, Jan to Feb, how it is, Feb to March, how it is, whether revenue is in increasing trend or it is decreasing, and what are the necessary reasons behind that. That also value additions to the work. Yes, we can do that very well. So now, whatever we discussed, people, everything is needed. But the fact is, technically, are we doing the same? Trust me, you will not disagree also when I say we are not doing all these things. We are not presenting our data in this format unless and until there is a demand from the other side. Do you agree?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we know all these things needed. See, I did not say a single word. You only expressed everything. But we are never presenting our data, adding all these things, all these elements. Why?
Because there should be need.
Sorry?
Because there should be need from both side that what do you want to see for more
See,
data.
boss will not be asking you. Data is not meant for us. Data is meant for the audience. So we should know. We should not ask audience what you need. Please tell me. We should understand that what my audience wants. Then only I can make an impact. Then I keep my audience engaged with my storyline. Then only I can keep my information under control and people would be happy. So all these things, though we are aware of that, but we are not implementing the same unless and until there is an email comes from the next level with a bold letters. We don't ever think about it. Reasons are
Yes.
very simple. There are two reasons. One, having a fear. What is the fear? If I give more information, my boss will be asking more questions. That's why we never present so many information over here. Second one, lack of awareness could be the case also. Certain cases we don't know what would be the right options or right format I should present it. That's also one reason I can take it. So what I want to say from the entire storyline, people, the bottom line is, if you want to make a difference at your workplace, you have to leave your comfort zone. You have to always make a difference at your workplace by exceeding the expectation of the people. Then only you can make an impact. So now the question is, if this piece of data is there with me, how to make it informative? That we are going to discuss. So the first thing first, any data, whenever we are working with people, you must have the total that is missing. So keep your cursor in the total cell of revenue USD column and go for Alt equal to, press together, Alt equal to. Do you see immediate total over there? 33,758, 715, sorry.
Yes, yes.
So this is the first thing we should do. Alt equal to, a quick keyboard shortcut for bringing the sum formula in place. So 33,715, the total USD of the whole year, we got the answer. Done?
Correct.
Yeah. How
Sir,
about others? Yes. All are with me? Can I go to the next level?
Yeah.
What is alt in Mac? I'm confused.
That is what you could have asked me. I could have given the entire list because I am not using Mac, so I'm not comfortable with Mac. If you want, I can give you the list of the keyboard shortcuts. So Alt is nothing but your a command column, probably, I believe, the command column, command key,
Alt and
equal to
equal
sign. Yeah, just check.
making and equal to sign. No. Have I to select the whole
No, no,
revenue
no, no, no,
revenue?
no, 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 not necessary. You just go to the total, keep the cursor in the total cell,
Yeah.
and you can
Command
do that.
equal to. It's not working. Yeah.
Don't worry, if you're not getting, go to the home tab. You have also got options called our auto sum. You'll be having in the home tab. Just see.
Auto sum.
Towards your right, auto sum, fill, clear, something will be there. Three options.
Let me show you. Minute. Yeah. Can you please guide?
Going to home tab, towards your extreme right, what is that option you've seen?
Formulas data review. This one.
No, no, in the home tab, in the home menu, if you click the home, what are
This
the
is what.
options
This is what it is.
you have already shared? I did not notice that.
Yes,
Well,
okay.
so in the home tab, towards your right, extreme right, there is a Sigma button is there. You are in the editing mode. Come out of that, come out of that. You are in the cell inside. Come out of that.
Sorry.
Now keep the cursor in the total cell. Keep the cursor in the total cell. And towards your right in the home tab, can you see a Sigma option is there? After format,
Just a
towards your
minute.
right,
Okay.
towards your right,
Yes.
right Sigma. Click the Sigma button. Click the Sigma button. Next immediate Sigma is there. No, no,
Yeah.
that is
Oh yeah.
format.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, go for some, the first one. And enter. Just hit enter. You got the total.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, friends. So we got our total ready. Now, please stay focused on my screen. Let's put it in a scenario format again. The story what we have started with. Suppose say this is what our friend Balaji has created, and he is presenting to money. Maybe money would be happy watching the same data in terms of billions, millions, lakhs, and crores. But when money is going to present the same to the management, they are not worried about seeing the data revenue column in terms of our lakhs and crores or billions, millions. They want to see the revenue data, but that should be in terms of percentage. So our next objective is we need to present our data in percentage format. So let's go for creating a new column, revenue percentage. Now, what should be the formula? Just have a look at my screen. Equal to taking the data from Jan month, whatever the revenue column data we have, that should be divided with our total revenue. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
multiply by
Yeah.
100.
But when I
Yes.
copy this formula towards down, only Jan month should move to Feb, Feb to March, March to April. So B5 should move to B6, B7, B8. But B17 always remains the same. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we should lock it.
Okay.
Now, once I lock it, I am getting my data in terms of decimals. Ideally, what we do, we go for again multiplying with 100, which is not necessary. Now, once we receive the data, our data is in decimal, but we are expecting the answer in terms of percentage. As I told you, any format to convert, percentage format, control, shift, 5.
5.
So I'll go for control, shift and 5. Is it changing the format? Yes. Now need to apply the rest. Double click on the fill handle. And if I go for a total, am I getting 100% over here? Yes.
Yes.
So this is how people, you should create one more column as a value additions to the data, naming revenue percentage.
Sir,
When confirmed,
how you copied the data formula to other cells?
just simple, double click on the drag button, the button which you take it for
Oh,
drag, you have to
okay.
double click on that. You have to double
Okay.
click.
Okay.
सर ये लॉक जो किया आपने, how did you lock
G
it?
with
So for
F4, F4.
function
अच्छा.
F4, correct,
Oh,
sir?
अच्छा.
Huh,
अच्छा, flat
depends.
F4. Oh, fair enough.
Depends upon your brand of your laptop or keyboard behavior. If F4 is not working, then function F4.
It means whatever entity or number we have to keep constant, we should lock it, right? And for that we can use F4.
Okay, then locking is not clear for you. You could have asked me there itself here when we go for it. See, why locking is necessary. First, try to understand. This is the basic concept. You have to be clear very well. See, just watch my screen. Those who are not clear, they can also focus. So I guess this is the question asked by Pinky or
Yes,
Jyoti.
yes, I ask Mia,
Okay, okay,
Pinky.
okay. So Pinky, just focus. I have got in column one some value called 10. All the places 10 is there. Okay. Now in column two, I have got some other values over here. Say I have got something like this. Now, if I want to go for making a product of these two columns by multiplying the value of column one with column two, in product column, what will be the formula?
It's equal to M by N.
No, hold on, hold on. Let's Pinky answer that.
Sorry,
Pinky,
column.
are you with me?
Yes, yes,
I have
I
got two
did.
columns over here, column one and column two. I
Okay,
need to have a product of these two columns. So in product
okay.
column, what should be the formula?
Equal to multiply, multi, I mean MUL.
No, no, no. There is no such kind of formula. Taking this column
And
one, multiplying with column two. Do you agree?
okay, okay.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Right. Now I have got my answer ready for a particular case. Now the same if I need to apply for rest, what you do exactly in that case, either you can go for dragging it like this,
Mm,
or you can go for double click on the drag button. It will be applying for the rest of the cells. Do you agree?
okay, agree.
How do you get that? When you go and drag it, do you see automatically the cells are moving down?
Yeah,
This is the default nature of Excel.
okay.
Now, the question is, if I go to my last cell, okay, the cell is moving to the extreme bottom also, correct?
Mm,
That's why I'm getting my answer perfectly. Now think about it. In column one, my value is identical. So instead of making one particular value repeatedly for multiple times, if I go and eliminate rest of the values and keeping 10 over here, and I'm trying to type the formula, except the first one, rest of the cases, it is in trouble now. Can you see? So
for that
now,
we can lock it.
of course, so that is
Okay,
the
got
place
it.
where if I want to lock it equal to 10. Now, this value should not move down, so I will lock it. So when I look for F4, what is happening? $1 symbol before M. M is the column. So when dollar symbol is appearing before column, column is locked. So M will never go to N. $1 symbol before 10. So 10 is the row. So when I go for copying this formula towards down, M10 will never go to M11. M10 will never go to N10 also. So no movement, neither towards down nor towards right. Multiply, taking the value from column 2. This doesn't need locking because we have got values to be populated in the bottom. So this is called our cell constant or cell freeze or cell lock.
Okay.
Hope it is clear concept.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Fine. So now going to the data presentations people, revenue percentage column is ready. Now next, we'll go for calculating the data, comparing the data from month and month, Jan to Feb, Feb to March. So that we call it as variance, difference, or deviations, but technically we call it as growth. In the corporate reports, we should create one more column, naming called growth. So let's go and create. Now, what should be the formula for growth column? Please stay focused for a minute. Now, when I go for my Jan month, since this is the first month of my year, if I go and find out the growth, do I have anything before Jan to compare?
No.
So, January month growth is nil, ideally 0. But when I go to Feb, I have got something to compare with. Do you agree?
Yes.
So formula should be over here equal to taking the Feb month revenue, whatever I have, deducted with the Jan month revenue. Do you agree with the formula?
Yeah.
Feb minus Jan. Now, the moment I hit enter, it shows me the data. From Jan to Feb, my revenue is decreasing by 178 USD. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, the same I can apply for the rest. Double click on the fill handle and I am getting ready. So this is how people, we got one more column ready, naming called growth. So please confirm.
Yes, sorry, I must have missed on one part. I am getting in the revenue a lot of decimals. How do I convert into percentage?
Control Shift 5.
Okay. Could you just show me once?
Which one?
The revenue one. I mean, you get a lot of decimals and control shift 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're not getting that, select the data and go to Home tab, and we have got a percentage symbol. You can directly go
Okay.
for that.
This is better. This is better. Okay.
Yes, people, those who have got growth column ready, please drop me a message confirming the same Y for yes in the chat box. All right. Now, stay focused again, please. Growth in terms of value, maybe our friend Money would be happy watching the same. But when he is going to present the same to management, they are not worried about growth in terms of lakhs and crores. They want to see the growth, but in terms of percentage.
Percentage.
So our next objective would be we should create one more column naming called growth percentage. Go for it, please. Now, what should be the formula? Just watch my screen for a minute. See, as we discussed over here, that Our Jan month, since this is the first month, growth is nil. Growth percentage also will be nil, ideally, logically. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, when I go to Feb, what should be the formula? Equal to whatever the growth we have identified, that should be divided by the base month. Which is the base month for the month of Feb? Is the
January.
Jan. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Formula is ready, but we know how to convert our data into percentage. Control Shift and 5. The same we can apply for the rest. Double click on the fill handle, we got the result. So this is how we got one more column added over here to make our presentation more informative. And that's called growth percentage. Please confirm growth percentage is ready.
Okay.
What we have to show the data not in minus and plus. I mean, although we have to show an increase and in terms of increase and decrease. So without showing that sign, how can we increase and decrease?
How will show without the sign itself, it is showing that there is a degrowth.
Yeah, but without sign, I mean minus and plus. How
Then
can we?
what exactly
Not
you
possible.
expected? In place of minus, what you want to show?
Maybe we
Anything,
can
but
put
not.
maybe we can put a parenthesis for this instead of minus. Is it possible in the percentage?
That is there by system settings. Your control panel settings, it allows you either you go for brackets or for dash. These both are the ideal options to showcase your negative data. So that is
Okay.
defined by your control panel system. You don't need to do it defining manually.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Yes, that's a good question you asked me, but what you're expecting in place of minus, how you want to represent that this is a negative value.
We can highlight or I mean red or we can use color, but still it will be same. There is no use. I mean minus or plus, I guess. So
Right. Right. That's just a, I mean, giving more add on that, but that is not more informative. Since
yeah,
it is already showing, that will be more overloaded, it
yeah.
seems like. All
But
right. So yeah,
if you add some colors, then the people may not be understand whether it is a minus or this thing. That will
yeah.
also
So yeah,
happen.
sometimes people don't like it. They will say
Yeah.
the minus figure itself, it is self-implied that it's negative. Why you give a color of red? So some people they will be objecting for that. So there
Yeah.
is no point of presenting it. Suppose my audience is not liking it, then why I should spend more time or efforts for doing the same, right? Right. All
Yeah.
right, no problem. We'll discuss that in later stage also, how to present your data in a meaningful format so that everyone, whoever is watching, they will appreciate my work. Nobody will be objecting, rather they will be giving a compliment to my work. We'll discuss that, don't worry. Keep all these things in the mind. Day one, whatever we discussed, it is going to come tomorrow. We are going to discuss
Okay.
that. Now, coming to the next, what else we can present it? Very informative. Please stay focused. See, the moment I have completed my business for the month of January, suppose somebody asks me, Prabhas, how much revenue you have made? What will be my answer? Is it 3963 USD? If I need to answer someone who asks me a question, "Ki, Prabhas, how much revenue you made in the month of January?" So shall I say that 3963 US dollar?
Sir,
Depends
it
on
looks
what
like
terms.
3963 because you have not written that revenue is in million or billion, whatever it is. You have not.
Forget about
US.
million, billion, lakhs, crores, forget about that. So whatever the data it is there, 3963, that is what I am going to express. Do you agree?
Correct.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now the same thing, same question I need to answer when I complete my business for the month of Feb. So what will be my answer? 3963 plus 3785.
Correct.
No revenue.
No.
Now when I complete the business for the month of March, what will be my answer? Jan plus Feb plus March. What do you call all these things?
Quarter.
Cumulative.
Right.
Cumulative.
So that is called our accumulation of the data or cumulative value. But when you talk about a corporate reports, people, you should not write all these jargons. You should write a proper corporate jargon for the reports and name it YTD, year to till date. So let's go and create a new column having a value additions to the data, naming called YTD. Now, what should be the formula for YTD column? Please stay focused again. Like, as we know, since Jan is the first month of my year, whatever my Jan month revenue, can I take the same as YTD for the month of Jan? Do you agree?
Yes.
So I can put a simple formula equal to Jan month revenue. So I'll be getting it. But when I go to Feb, what should be the formula? Just say equal to Jan month YTD plus Feb month current revenue.
Correct.
Is it giving the cumulative value 39633785, whatever it is it giving me the cumulative value over here? Let's see over here,
Yeah.
7748. I'm getting it, right? So this is how people, the moment we go for it, we got the data answer. Now the same I need to apply for the rest. Double click on the fill handle. Now, how will I know that I'm in the right track? See, the moment I go to December month, whatever the YTD, is it matching with my revenue column total?
Yes.
So I am in the right track. So this is how people, we got another column ready, naming called YTD. So kindly confirm your YTD column is ready. All right. Now, YTD in terms of value, maybe our friend Money would be happy watching the same, but when he goes to present the same to our management, they are not interested to see YTD in this format. They want to see YTD, but it should be in percentage. So let's go and create one more column naming YTD percentage. Now, what would be the formula for YTD percentage calculation? Just stay focused for a minute. See, as we discussed, Jan month revenue is nothing but YTD for the month of Jan. Similarly, can we take Jan month revenue percentage as YTD percentage for the month of Jan?
Yes.
So I can put it in a formula equal to Jan month revenue percentage. But when I go to Feb equal to Jan month YTD percentage plus Feb month revenue percentage, do you agree with the formula?
Yes.
And is it giving cumulative 12 plus 11? Is it becoming 23? Yes. So now the same I can apply for the rest. Double click on the fill handle. And how will I ensure? When I go to December, YTD percentage, is it matching with my revenue percentage column total?
Yes.
So we are in the right track. So this is how people, we got another column ready, naming called YTD percentage. And to confirm, all these things are clear. The additional column, just imagine we had only two columns we prepared, but this much of task is pending. And these are the things nobody is going to ask you. This is inherent by nature, by data itself. If you look at this demands all these things. Though you are working with your finance, accounts, production planning, marketing, sales, anywhere, this kind of statistical calculations are very, very essential. So I believe everybody is clear what we did.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, with this, we'll go for a short break. Okay, so 10 minutes, we'll be going for a short break of 10 minutes. In my system, it is 4:36. We consider 4:35. Again, 4:45, we are going to come back and resume our session. So have a brisk and come back soon, people. We'll discuss the rest.
ଲୁଗା ସବୁ ଶୁଖେଇଲୁ କୋଉଠି? ରଖିଲୁ କୋଉଠି? ସାମ୍ନା ଲୁଗାପଟା ନେଇ ଆସିବେ ଶୁଖେଇଛି ଗୋଟେ ତାରରେ ଏ ସାମ୍ନା ତାରରେ କୋଉଠି ଶାଶୁ ପାଇଁ କଣ କରିବି ଭାବୁଛି ଯେ ସେତେବେଳୁ ତୋ ପାଇଁ କଣ କରିବି ଆଉ ଶାଶୁ ପାଇଁ କଣ କରିବି ବୁଝିବା ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଚିନ୍ତା ଚୁଲି ଖଟ ଆଣିଆ ଆଜି ଖଟଟା ନେଇ ଆସିଲେ ତୁ ଶୋଇକି ସିଏ ଶୋଇବୁ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ତୁ ଟିକେ ଗପି ପାରିବୁ ନହେଲେ ଗପ ଅବସ୍ଥା ନହେଲେ ତ ନହେଲେ
All right, people. So I believe everybody's back. Could you please respond in the chat box? Why for yes? Okay, so Mani is back. Sapna is there. How about Ananya, Jyoti, Vinod, Balaji? All are come back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes, sir. I already wrote joined.
okay. Sorry, I did not notice then.
Okay.
All right, then, people. So now what we are going to do is we have made our data informative. Okay. Now The first thing what you need to do when you have multiple columns you are presenting over there, select one of the cell and go for Control A. So when you press Control A, the entire data set will be selected. That is the best way to select. Don't make a habit of taking the mouse pointer like this, then going and selecting something like this. It's very cumbersome activity or tedious process. Keep your cursor, Control A, the best process. And what is the first thing you need to do? Always give a fill of a table by applying the borders. And how to apply the borders? Going to Home, Border, and All Borders. You can go for it. This is with the help of mouse. Else, you can use a keyboard shortcut. What is that? Alt H for Home, B for Border, A for All Border. So immediately you'll be getting the same. So what's the keyboard shortcut? Alt H for Home, B for Border, A for All Border. Or you can do with the mouse also if you're comfortable, not a problem. But I would suggest make a habit of using the keyboard shortcuts because formatting is something you will be doing 1,000 times in a day. So instead of using mouse, if you use keyboard shortcuts, you can save a lot of time. So I believe everybody has applied the borders to all the cells. Alt HBA one by one, no need to struggle by pressing all those four keys together. Just first press Alt, remove the finger, then H, remove the finger, then B for border, remove the finger, then A. And that's it. Now, once we have done with this over here, go to the month column. Okay. Now, whenever you have the data, make sure that you have applied some beautiful formatting to your data. The minimum formatting is also essential because nowadays the audience is having a different level of expectation. Mere presenting the numbers alone is not enough. How do you present also people focus at that. So to give a minimum look and feel better over here, what we do to beautify our data for formatting purpose, what is the options we have? Can somebody tell me? Don't worry, I'm not taking any kind of assessment that if you committed some mistakes, you'll be getting a negative marks for that.
Can you repeat it, sir? I'm not with you.
Yeah, yeah. The question is to give a minimum formatting feeling. What is the best practice we have, or what we do exactly? We go for some colorful applications. Do you agree?
Yes.
And what is the colorful applications? We go to Home, we go for fill color, we go for font color. This is the options we have, we believe, isn't it? And we believe that this is the only world. Trust me, those days are gone. When you are taking these options help and you are making your presentation more beautiful. Nowadays, the era has been changed. So what you can do is just see. There is an option over here called cell style. Same home tab, we have an option called cell styles. And when you go and explore, there are many more styles we have. And if you go in the bottom side on the themed same styles, can you see? We have got some accent one, two, three like that, which is having some high definition color with high contrast to the background of our text colors. So that's all the beauty. You don't need to go for two separate activities. Just select one and this is done. Similarly, going for the first row item, home tab, cell styles, again take one more color from the theme cell styles. Looks good. What's it? Not too much of colors, but minimum color, giving a pleasant look, and people will love to see. Happening
Yes.
now. The next step is the latest style of data presentation. The latest style of data presentation, what it says that when you have multiple columns in place, the first column data should be aligned always to the left, and rest of the columns should be aligned to the center. And
Center.
to make it as a central alignment, going to Home, we have a alignment section, and there we can go for over here alignment center. This is with the help of mouse. Else, we can go for a simple keyboard shortcut, Alt H for Home, A for alignment, C for center. So whichever it is comfortable for you, go for it. But I would suggest go for keyboard shortcut.
Sir, could you
In this
just go
case,
on colors once again, please, if you don't mind? I
Yeah,
just
sure.
missed it, I think.
You can select the month column completely, starting from top to bottom, going to home,
Correct.
cell styles, and in the themed color, the bottom section, you can take any colors out of this.
Okay, when I go to home,
Mhm.
I could not locate this. Where would
Do
it
you
come?
have one styles? Do you have one styles group? Styles in the home. Do you see
Mm-hmm.
any styles group? In
No,
styles
sir.
group, it will be there. It will be there. Just see. Focus on my screen first. See,
Take it.
in each and
Home.
every, in the home,
Mm-hmm.
you see first is the clipboard. This is called a group. This clipboard is called as a group.
Okay.
Similarly, if you look at, there is a styles group will be there. Within styles, you see conditional
Okay.
formatting, format as table, cell styles would be there.
Yes, I can see that. Now I have
Yeah,
to get into
cell
cell
styles.
styles into it.
And you have
Okay.
to go to the themed cell styles, which is having the high definition, colorful looks kind of buttons.
Correct.
So you can take any combination out of that.
Okay.
Similarly, you need to apply the same for the first row item as well.
Okay. Okay. Right.
sir, can I share? Can I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
So, how I can do the coloring?
Yeah, you can select the month
Uh,
column
I
completely.
selected the color, then style.
Home.
Here cell.
Yeah, you have more button. After good, you can see the good green color is there in the cell styles group. Good is
Yeah,
there already. Good.
yeah.
Just right side of the good, there is a small button. Small button is there. Button. No, you are going left toward the right.
This one.
Yeah, come down. That's the button you have to click. And then you will be getting accent one, two, same category you have to take. Right. Similarly, select your first row and take the same options from the, no, not format. Left, again, yes. Take one more color, okay?
Okay.
Right. Fine, I'm still taking on the control back on the screen. And now, just 1 minute, watch my screen again. Once you have done with this over here, the data looks more meaningful, presentable also, as well, little bit of formatting we have taken care. And since we have done all these things better in Excel, we need to hardly struggle in PowerPoint. See the beauty. Suppose this is what I have created, I have presented in Excel, and my boss is immediately asking, Prabhas, why don't you bring the same to PowerPoint? I can simply select copy, I can go to my PowerPoint. I no need to struggle much in PowerPoint. See the beauty of what we can do in PowerPoint. I can simply go for right click over here. I can paste as a image. And when I go for paste as an image with immediate effect, I'll be getting a neat and clean format of my data. Looks elegant. Hardly. I struggle over there, right? So this is the reason why people, though Excel is meant for calculations and dealing with the numbers, you have to play around, we know that, but still, your presentation also plays a very big role over there. So how to make our data informative? Hope this is clear.
Yeah, clear.
Right, sir.
Right. Now we'll go for how to make our data presentable. Don't get confused with both those concepts. Earlier, we had only two columns. We have focused with multiple columns calculations to make it more informative. Now we are going to look at, though we have got this kind of data, how to take it to the next level, make it presentable so that people will love to see and they'll be giving a compliment to our work. Okay. Now suppose says again same 12 months data we have prepared, and now I'm going to present the same to my boss. So when I go and present it, if I go and present something like this, definitely nobody likes it. So what you can do is, people, you can select your data, going to Home tab. There is a beautiful option called Format as Table. Below to conditional formatting, or next to conditional formatting, format as table. It will take you to the many more levels, like we have got 3 levels over here: light, medium, and dark. Always go for light or medium categories options. Do not go for the dark options, because remember one thing: the more the dark colors you use in Excel file size will be heavy. So I will take one medium category out of this, and the moment I go and click, it will take me to a dialog box like this. No need to do any changes on this. Directly go and click OK. You will be getting a beautiful formatting will be turned up over here. Alternate rows are highlighted. My headers are defined with background fill of some colors. Filter buttons are activated. And top and bottom row also, if you look at, thick borders are applied. All these things are happening at once. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Looks beautiful. I mean, looks a bit beautiful compared to the previous version of our data presentation. Select your data, going to Home, Format as Table, always take light or medium. Any doubt, any queries as such? Now, suppose say our friend Balaji, he had just presented something like this to his immediate boss, whoever he is. Now his boss is watching the data, he is quite happy the way he has presented, and immediately he is asking a question also. What is that? Balaji, today the data looks something more beautiful, meaningful. I like it. But I'm a bit curious to know, how come overnight such differences happened? Because till yesterday I was never used to get the data in this format. So what makes such differences? So Balaji, what will be your answer?
Uh, to tell the truth, I'll tell him that I have gone through a course.
Right, obviously.
And
So you have to be truthful to him. So Balaji will be telling the same, that whoever his boss is, he will tell, sir, I was keep on asking you, please send me to the Excel training, but you were always giving the excuse of work pressure, work demand, and all those things. But finally, you last time agreed. I joined the Excel class, and this is what the outcome. Whatever I have learned, I'm able to implement it. So this is how people, the things, whatever you are learning, if you're able to implement immediately at your workplace, you can make a difference, and people will trust you. And any other programs comes up also within your organization, any in-house programs are coming up, definitely they will nominate you over there, because they're getting the output, right? So the bottom line is, always try to implement then and there. Don't wait, okay, I'll practice first, then I'll get a complete grip on that, then I'll start using it. So immediately start using at your workplace. Anyway, we know one thing: when boss is happy, what happens next? Yes, Balaji?
yeah, basically your life becomes easy.
Life becomes easy? I don't think so. Then you are in the wrong track then.
No,
Well,
no, it's like, I mean, you get an additional this thing to, he may, as you rightly said, he may nominate you for other things if you have a this thing to learn. So he'll
yeah,
consider you as a person who
Our
is ready
uh,
to, I mean,
the
learn things.
perception of the employee will be increased. He will have a good perception on the employee.
good. So basically, our Balaji friend, I mean, our friend Balaji, he was expecting some kind of like appreciation or increment or promotion. Then definitely that's not going to happen, because that is due at the year end only. We know that very well. So immediately what happens, Sapna?
He may give me some more work.
That's what the truth. Expectation level goes high, workload
Yes.
increases. All of you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with our friend Balaji also. What happened? His boss is saying, Balaji, you have given me the revenue data. That's fine, but I want to know, to generate this much of revenue, how much incentives we have paid. So we need to create one more column. Let's go and together incentive. And see the beauty. The moment you hit enter, what do you see on your screen? Do you see the same formatting is
The
being carried
formatting
forward to the
automatically
next column?
coming up. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
have you ever seen while creating a table or you're dealing with a table data, do you see any point of time your format goes along with your table? No. Ideally, what we used to do, you will also not disagree, we are very good at using this home tab, this paintbrush kind of option. Do you agree?
Yes, yes.
So
Copy format.
this is no longer required. We have got a very beautiful option, format as table. So Excel is taking care about our formatting. It is giving a helping hand. You please focus with your data. I am there to take care about your formatting part. No worries. Now coming to incentive calculations. Suppose in our organization we have a uniform policy. Whatever the revenue we generate out of that, 2% we always declare as incentive. If a salesperson is generating 100 rupees billing making, 2% will be automatically 2 rupees will be credited to his account. So having said this, if I need to calculate what should be the formula, basic mathematics is equal to
B into
taking the
2%.
right January month revenue. But when you take the January month revenue, you will be getting this kind of formatting. Don't be panic. This is the default format of your table, like at the rate symbol, square brackets, revenue USD column headers. It comes automatically. You don't need to keep typing manually at any point of time. And this will differ from version to version. If you're in 2007 or 10, you will be getting a table like square bracket table option you'll get. But if you're in 2013 and above, you'll be getting something column header name like this. So it's all are same default table format. Only thing is you have to focus with multiply. How many percentage? 2%. That's it. And see the beauty. Again, the moment you hit enter, what happens? It is not only applying to a cell, but also the entire column. Can you imagine? You don't need to do any more control C, control V, dragging, double click on the fill handle or copying the entire formula. No need of such actions. Can you imagine how your speed is going to increase because of format as table?
Yes.
Right. So this is what the beauty.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. How did we get these incentives?
We have applied a formula
Okay.
equal to taking the Jan month that is
Okay.
B24 multiplied by
Right.
2%.
Okay, got it. Why 2%?
Why 2%? That is what we have our policy. I told this is what the uniform policy we have in our organization. Taking
Okay.
that, this is just an assumption.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's a
Sir,
hypothetical data.
sir, just in case, I just wanted to know one thing. If it is a variable kind of a this thing, then how does this formula works? I mean, like,
No, this formula will not work. You have to create another column, incentive percentage, and
okay.
if you have got multiple customer wise percentages are different, then you have to type that percentage. Then only you
Acha,
can
that
go
we
for
have
this
to
kind
type,
of
right?
formula. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. For example, if it is August to October is a season, and there the
Yeah,
incentive percentage and turnovers are high, तो incentive percentages are high, ऐसा कुछ रहा तो उन months में आप manually जाके डाल दो, आप ऐसा कह रहे
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
हो? Okay, done.
Yes. All right, people. So I believe everybody is clear with our incentive calculations, whatever we have done so far.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So revenue is ready, incentive is ready. Ideally, the next column would be net revenue. Let's go and calculate our net revenue column, people. Immediately, same format has been carried forward. No issues. We got that. Then, what should be the formula? Basic mathematics.
B minus C.
Revenue, simple, equal to B24 minus C24. And the moment you hit enter, do you see the entire column is ready with your net revenue data?
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Do you mind to, copy paste all the, formula in the chat box so if I miss in case so I can have idea. Like, so if you don't mind, if you
No,
can.
why you are? No, I have a doubt. Can I ask something?
Sure.
Are you using Wi-Fi or using the mobile data?
Wi-Fi only.
Then why you are missing all the time? I mean, you are doing something else.
No,
Then why you have a fear that you will miss something? I'm curious to know
because
that. That's why I'm asking.
I'm trying to do it along with you, so nothing else.
Okay.
If I miss it,
Okay.
so nothing else.
Don't develop that fear. See, I am giving a comfort zone to work with. Anything is missing, you can ask me. I'll guide you then and there. One time practice is essential.
Yeah, okay.
So if you're missing something, you stop me there. I will guide you. You can share your screen, no issues.
Okay.
I'm getting a different figure. Can you just minus it again?
Incentive or net revenue?
Net revenue
So net revenue,
equals,
what is the B24 equals, you can go to B24 cell to select minus C24.
that's all right.
Yep. If your incentive something is different, then this net revenue also will be different. Incentive is accurate the way I'm presenting. Did you take the 2% of the data?
Yes, let me.
And then it will be fine.
I would like to share my screen just a minute.
Yep. Yep.
See this?
No, why it is coming minus incentive? Go to the incentive column first
Okay. Oh yeah. How is it coming minus?
because your formula starts with a minus. In the
Now?
beginning, there is a minus after equal to. Yes, now hit enter. No, 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 no. A lot of things happened. Go for escape first. Escape. Now, go to the formula bar. That minus alone you remove. In the initial, after equal to minus is there. Yeah, that alone you remove. Enter. Yes.
Yeah.
Now it is ready. Now go for the formula net revenue equal to, yeah, B24 minus C24. Yes,
All
enter.
right.
Yeah. Pinky, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Don't skip anything. All right. So we have done up to this level, people. Now over here. See,
I would like to see again how to transit it from Excel to Microsoft. I tried, I could not do it. Could you just explain me again?
yeah, you can select your whole data, Control A, Control C, come to PowerPoint, and then in PowerPoint, you have to go for the application, and you don't need to do anything on that. Simply go for right click, and you got an option called paste image or paste picture.
Yeah, got it, got it.
Right. Now this will be automatically turning up. If you're in Office 365, you can turn like this. All right. Now, as per the minimum need of our data, do you see we do not have a total? Can you see that?
Yes.
So ideally, we keep creating manually those things. But today, since we are working with format as table people, it is no more needed. See the beauty. Keeping the cursor anywhere in this table data, do you see a option activated in your ribbon in the extreme right of your ribbon menu, naming called design, table design, or options depending upon the versions? I'm highlighting, you can see also. Keeping the cursor in the table, you see on your ribbon menu, extreme right, table design, options, design, something like that, it turns up.
Yes.
Right. Within that, do you see an option called total row, which is not selected? The checkbox is not selected. You got to select that and see the beauty with immediate effect. You'll be getting in the bottom side of your data set. A total row is added and it is giving the total of net revenue column. What if I want my revenue column total? Just see. If I keep my cursor in revenue column total cell, there will be a drop down turns up. And this drop down, when I click it, it will show me the list of formulas. And for making a total, which will be the ideal formula.
Some.
So I'll go and select. And I got my things ready. So can you believe that? Everything is there. Only thing is we need to customize according to the need. So that's what the beauty of format as table. So kindly check you all got total value over here.
Sir, in the table design, what we
Yeah,
want to choose?
total row,
Total.
total row.
Okay.
I missed. Where is table design?
Extreme right. When you keep your cursor in table, the extreme last option, what you have in the ribbon menu, home, insert in the same line, last tab. What is
Got
that?
it. Total row. Got it.
Yes, within that total row.
Perfect. Some. Yeah. Okay. It simply means once you select those color tables, half of the job is anyways done by Excel.
Yeah, that is what. See, the objective, the idea is save some time. Whole thing, whatever you do it manually, partially it is done by Excel. And this is what the technique, it has been introduced in 2007. And nowadays, I mean, it will be very, very helpful when you go to the Power BI. Each and every data set must be converted into table. Without table formatting, you can't work. So this is just a beginning. I'll take you through so many advantages of that and how this is going to help you in your routine activities you can come to know gradually, not at a stretch. I'm going to tell you slowly. All right. So I believe everybody's clear so far.
Sir, I'm not able to convert data into percentage. How I control or shift and 5, right? Or shift F5, right?
Control Shift 5. Control
Control
Shift.
shift 5 I did, but I'm not able to.
No, Control Shift F5 you would have gone for it. You have
Okay,
got you have got the laptop 15-inch or 14-inch monitor. See,
14 inch.
14-inch. You have a separate number key in the right side.
Yeah.
That is well, no, you are in 15-inch monitor, not 14-inch. See,
Okay.
when you want to go for percentage, Control Shift and 5 from this numerical section you
Okay.
should go, not from the
Okay.
number keypad from your right.
Okay.
Got it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now, people, we have done with our data entry operation and then data making presentable. Everything is done. But to complete this and present it to the next level, something is missing. As I told you, keep your cursor in the header. One of the header, you can keep your cursor either month, revenue, incentive, net revenue, anything, and go for Control A. Entire range will be selected. And I told you, always give a feel of a table by applying the borders. What is the shortcut?
Control, Control
Alt,
A.
Alt, H,
B.
B,
It's
A.
B.
Right? Alt, H, B, A. We have discussed before break. Right? Next, I told you the latest style of data presentation. It says the first column should be always aligned to the left. Rest of the column should be
Center.
shortcut.
Alt H A C.
Very good. That's what we discussed also. Or you can take the home tab and you can make a central alignment. That option is always there with you. Now, there is one more problem in our data over here. You have to focus. Just see. Though we did all these formatting changes, but you could see that in our case, the incentive column, the characters are not visible. Net revenue column, characters are not completely available. All these problems we see, right, people? And this is what mostly happens with us. Whenever you copy a data from one Excel file to other, how do you get your data? With having some kind of hash kind of symbols? Do you agree?
Yes.
And then we take our mouse pointer Taking our mouse pointer, we go for double click, or we keep expanding our columns. That's really a tedious process. So what you can do is over here, select your revenue, incentive, and net revenue column. We'll go for one more formatting
Yeah.
process, naming called auto fit of column width. And for that, the keyboard shortcut Alt O for format, C for column, A for auto fit. I repeat, Alt O for format, C for column, A for autofit. Okay. Sorry, I
I
just
have a query, sorry to interrupt. For the central alignment, when I'm selecting the whole box, even the January, February, March alignment is moving.
don't select the alt. I told you right in the previous case. The first column should be aligned to the left. Rest of
Yeah.
the columns should be aligned to the center. So you have to
No.
select only the second, third, and fourth.
Okay. Manually?
Yeah, manual
Okay.
in the sense like you keep your cursor in the first cell,
Yeah.
shift control right arrow key one time, down arrow key one time.
Okay.
Now, if you have a fear, okay, Prabhas, I may forget these keyboard shortcuts because I don't remember, but I have a good grip on the menu. So can you explain where the menu options have that is Alt OCA? See, if you go to Home, there's an option called Format, and within that we have an option called Auto Fit of column width. So this is through the menu-driven command, through the help of mouse or touchpad, you can activate. Not a problem. Options remain the same, but I would suggest go for keyboard shortcut. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Right. Pinky, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Money?
Can you repeat, sir? I'm not clear.
Okay. Selecting your whole data, like from revenue to till your revenue, incentive, net revenue column, as I selected
Yeah.
these three columns. Then you go for this keyboard shortcut one by one. Alt, remove the finger. O, remove the finger. C, remove the finger. Then A. You will be getting the entire characters now. It's under proper display.
I want to keep in any cell, correct, sir?
Mhm. No, 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 no. You have to select. You have to select starting from revenue USD. This entire range you have to select.
We only need to choose the auto fit column width, not row height.
Row height is not necessary because row height is uniform. If row height
Mhm.
is not uniform, then you should have gone for auto fit of row height.
Okay.
All right. So I believe so far whatever we discussed, everybody's clear. But one more thing is again missing over here. We need to check that. What is that? I'll tell you. As I told you in the previous case, in Excel, each and every data, they are recognized by their formats. Like as we discussed, general, number, time, date, currency, percentage. So similarly, whatever the numbers we have, kindly select. It has to be presented within number format. So what is the meaning by number format? Let's go and have a discussion. There should be a decimals in place, post decimal maximum two characters should be there in picture, and before decimal, there should be a comma separator as a thousand separator should be there. So all these three put together, if I want to go for it, just go for one key combination any point of time to convert any format to number. Control Shift 1. Control Shift 1. This numerical key 1 will be helping you out to convert any format to number format. Cross check. Do you see exactly one decimal in each and every cell and post decimal maximum two characters and before decimal wherever the thousand cases are there, is it separated by comma?
It's control.
Shift 1.
You have to hold Control Shift together and then press 1, right, sir?
Yes, yes. All these three keep
Yes, we
together.
got the decimals.
So this is how we have understood how to convert any format to number format. But post decimal, we have got two character. That is, if it is unwanted, I want to return only the whole numbers. We know we can go to home tab and we can go for decrease decimal two times. Just two taps in the decrease decimals. We can go for it. And the
So
same thing you can
can
do
we
it.
apply this in net revenue? I'm just asking.
Net revenue, what exactly?
Can we apply the decimal, I mean decrease decimal in incentive or net revenue? Because
Yeah, whichever the column you have to apply, that you have to first select, and you can do the operations.
apply, okay.
Yeah. All right. So this is how
What,
people, yeah.
what is the last functions you teach now, sir? What is that?
To decrease decimal, like post decimal to characters we do not want. Suppose say here we have USD cents or rupees INR paisa will be there. So I don't
Hmm.
want that. So going to home, I can go for decrease decimal over here, this option.
So what is happening? I cannot able to visualize. So decrease decimal means the decimal will not be visible.
See,
Okay.
this is what
Okay.
earlier it was. Now we
Okay.
went for home, decrease decimal, one tap, 1 0 is missing, one character post decimal gone. Again, one
Yeah.
more tap, one more character gone.
Okay.
All right. So now we have understood in this data presentation sheet how to make our data informative and how to make our data presentable. Okay. Now we'll proceed to our next example, naming called date calculation. Yes, anybody's mic is on, kindly keep on mute. If you have any questions, you can unmute and speak, no problem. Jyoti, could you please keep your mic on mute? Yeah. So when you have any questions, you can ask me, no problem. All right. So now we are going to discuss something over here, naming called date calculation. Okay. So this is a very beautiful example. Let me first connect with the data. Okay. See, suppose say these are the employees working in my department. Okay. And I have got their date of joining in our organizations over here. All right. My management has given me a task stating that, Prabhas, if these people are working with your department, then do let us know what is their experience as on date today over here. Well, so in that case, how to compute it? Hope it is clear.
For year, we can use that year formula which we learned.
Okay, so if I go for year formula, what can be
Is
done?
equal to
As you
year.
said, uh-huh.
Serial number is you can select the entire uh, yeah, close bracket. Oh.
First, try to understand the concept. Date of joining is there with me, and my management has given me a task to complete calculations, taking the calculations as on date, like since the date of joining, as on date, what is their experience in terms of years, months, and days? I need to compute that. So if that is the
So we have
case,
to write for that today's date also, right? As on date. So we need to compare.
that's yes, yeah, that's true. But what is the first thing comes to our mind when this kind of scenario comes or this kind of situation is the ask? What is the first thing it comes to our mind? Forget about the
We'll
solution.
calculate the time
I'm there to
duration.
I'm there to tell you the solution, don't worry. But when this kind of situation comes from the management, I need to deliver a report, something like this. What is the first thing comes to your mind?
Time duration of that employee, if that is what comes to my mind.
Okay, that's a good one. Balaji?
Yeah, it is right. I mean, the amount of time spent in the month, year, and days time to find out seniority or matlab, anything related to any of the work. This kind of
Okay.
data may be asked for.
Okay. Mani, what's your opinion?
So, we want to know the date of joining. Already it is given, but date of joining we required. And from that we can up to the current date we want to calculate the his experience.
Okay. Well, I will tell you the fact. I mean, you are engrossed in the training so much, you are unable to connect in that way. I'm glad that you are giving your 100%, no doubt about it. So the first thing will be, if I were in your place, I would be asking a question to myself, is it my job? See, calculating experience and all, whose department, who has to
HR.
take care about this? HR.
HR.
So being a
Yeah, but
person
then
from
you can.
right, being a person from sales or marketing or production or planning or engineering or anywhere, is it my job? This is the first thing it asks. But who has asked this? This is asked directly from the management. There is no question further asked to be asked also. Right? When management is asking something, no doubt we have to deliver that. But why they're asking? When a dedicated department is working for such kind of calculations, then why management is asking this kind of jobs to be delivered? Apart from our regular work, this is
Maybe
an
they
additional.
want to know.
Yeah.
They want to know the how long the what is the retirement age for the what will be the retirement year and what will be the number of people will be working in that particular year and whether they want to increase the people or they want to reduce the people. All these things they want. Maybe for that they are asking.
Sir, there may
Okay.
be a reason that you have multiple team members. You have a quota for promotion. So
Okay.
age can also be, matlab, vintage can also be one of the criterias for that. So this data
Okay.
is any which ways, if you are managing people, so this data should be handily available with you also.
Right. So technically, when you go for it, though our HR department is dedicatedly working for such kind of calculations, but the management is having a decentralized process now. They are collecting the reports from each and every department wise, and finally they will consolidate and they will reconcile with the HR report. That at the end of the day, nothing should be missed out. No employee should be missed out if they are deserving some kind of promotion or increment or something, whatever the call they want to take, that should not be missed out. This is one. Now, the impact of reports also we need to understand. It's not something somebody is asking me and blindly I have to keep following the orders. See, unless and until you give your 100% to your report, you cannot give some value additions to the work. So you also need to understand what kind of role this is going to play if I calculate something like this. But now the question comes, how to calculate it? All right. So here our experts, they will suggest you different formulas, options. Sometimes people will tell you, go and change the format. Don't do that. There is only one way out, people, to solve this kind of equations. I'll tell you is there is a hidden formula of Excel, which you would like to take now. The hidden formula name is over here, date diff. What's that? Date
Date diff.
diff. Yeah, it's a hidden formula. Since 1985, this formula is hidden in Microsoft Excel till 2021 version of Microsoft, though it is of Mac or Windows version, though it is of 365 or we are in 2020 or 2021, you will never find this formula. And to prove that it's a hidden formula, I will show you something. Just watch my screen. So far, since afternoon, whatever the formulas we have discussed, sum product, small, large, max, if, m round, anything, you talk about this or e-date. When you go and type, is it giving the formula instruction? What is this formula about? That's why it was easy for us to write, correct?
Yes.
Similarly, if I go for the tab key, this is also giving me instruction how to write our e-date formula. Whereas if I go for date diff, do you get anything on my screen?
No.
Because
Of course, no.
this is a hidden formula. So this formula doesn't have the formula handy description given by Microsoft. But trust me, there is a formula and we are going to use it now. Okay. So since the formula instructions are not visible, we have to work together so that you will not miss anything. So let's start working. Keep your cursor below to the year case and type equal to date diff. Spell it properly. DATEDIF. Date diff. Bracket open. Now how to write? Any date related formula, people, remember it always start with a start date. So in our case, what is our start date?
31st.
31st.
No, no, no. That is date of joining. Don't go by 31st. Date of joining. Date of joining of the employee is our start date. Able to connect?
Yes.
Right. Comma. Now, second input. Whenever you are computing the difference between the two setup of dates, next input is end date. So in our case, what is our end date?
Today's
Current
date.
date.
Today's date. So we have to
Okay.
compute our calculations. We have to compute our experience as on today. So today's purpose, there is no such kind of column over here, but yes, Excel has a very beautiful formula called today. So you can take today formula over here by typing today open bracket and close bracket. This will be generating today's date over here. This is what the default formula, and whatever your Excel date is going to come up is nothing but your system date, whatever you have, the same thing is going to populate. If your system date is not accurate, today formula also will be in trouble, but that will be very rarely is going to happen. Don't worry. So today formula generates today's date. Hope that is also clear.
Yes.
Come on. Now the third input, we are computing the difference in the year column. Do you agree?
Yes.
So our third component should be the year. For the time being, do one thing. Take the blank cell above to the year cell. Take the blank cell above to the year and bracket close and hit enter. Do you see an error called hash num?
Yeah.
I
Reason
just
we know?
I just have a
Yes,
question. When already we are putting it today, why do we again need to take the year column?
because this is a formula designed by Microsoft. We are following the instructions. So the formula is incomplete. If you do not give the third input, the formula is incomplete. So for the time being, take the blank cell to define our year input. But the problem is it is giving my answer as hash now. Well, why it is? Because out of three inputs, only two inputs we have provided. The third one is defining to a blank cell, referring to a blank cell. So now just do one thing. Keep the cursor in that blank cell and recall something. If you remember, we discussed what is the ideal date format we follow in Excel?
So why?
DDMM.
Yeah, DDMMYY
DDD.
or MMDDYY. And I told you D stands for day, M stands for month, and Y stands for
Year.
Year.
year. So to represent our year now, just type Y only in that blank cell and hit enter and see the beauty. Did you receive the answer as 14?
Just do it.
Sir, instead of writing why there, why don't you put it in the formula itself?
You can, you can do that, but I have my own reasons. You will come to know after 5 minutes.
Okay.
So though date diff is a hidden formula, how to write that date diff formula. Is it clear? Any questions? Feel free to ask. Make sure.
Why considering only Y as a year and answer? I don't understand how it works.
This is
I
predefined.
understand that.
This is predefined. Excel formula, it works with certain rules and logics. So in Excel, whenever you go for the date, if you remember the moment we discussed about the date,
Yeah, that got it. Y, D, 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 M, they,
that is what
use
that is
edit.
what
Yeah.
that is what the represents what it represents DD MMYY or MMDDYY. So
Okay.
if you go for this over here, suppose say I go for over here. Now this is DD MMYY format. This is
Got it.
one. Okay.
Okay.
And if you look at my system also, this is also showing system date format as DDMMYY. In
Okay.
Excel, we have got other formats. When you go to the format cells, and if you go to over here in the date, if you see, what are the formats we have? If you look at DDMMYY, if you go for further, you can see the changes. Like these are the formats already predefined. These are predefined formats.
Mhm. Okay.
And this DDMMYY, D stands for day, M stands for month, Y stands for year. So this is the reason why, if you remember the text formula we used earlier, there we had used within two double inverted quotes, M four times, DD four times. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
I
is
got.
what. Yes. So now, though it is a hidden formula of Excel, our date diff people, we are pretty clear how to use it. So any kind of confusion or any questions, please ask before proceeding further.
Sir, I entered. Hello.
Yes, yes, tell me.
Sir, I entered this one, but the as name is coming. I don't know where I put a date if open bracket C6 today close bracket then D comma D4. The D4 I mentioned Y,
Mhm.
but it is giving as name.
Okay, so the cell which you have defined Y,
Hmm.
just check. There might be some extra space.
No, sir, no space.
Please spell the formula is equal to, have you taken C6 date diff formula check spelling DATEDIF?
DATEDIF, then bracket C6 comma today
Uh-huh.
open bracket close bracket comma
Uh-huh.
D4.
Right. So
But the D4 actually what I did is first I put D4, then I assigned in the D4 cell I assigned Y later.
no problem. That's not a
Maybe.
problem. But while typing Y, did you get the text called YEAR?
Yeah, I got the text YEAR.
Huh.
Then I cancelled EAR. I cancelled and I
How?
put Y
How?
only.
How? How did you cancel? By hitting the space bar, right?
Not space bar. 1 minute.
Yes.
Let me try 1 minute.
You would have hidden a
I
you would
put a
have
backspace. I put a backspace and I cancel this.
So just check. That is the reason why I told you in that Y cell, what you have typed it, there might be some extra space would be there.
Let me share the screen.
Okay.
So, sir, we can
Here
fix
the
the Y now. Lock the D4 key, right? Because it is going to be same for every cells.
Just a minute, Pinky.
Sure.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see. Mm-hmm.
See here.
Date if date diff is not there. Date if you have written. That's what I told you. Check the spelling properly. DATEDIF. Date diff.
Diff.
Enter. Now you go to that cell where Y is there. Just keep the formula bar. Go to the formula bar.
Okay.
Now Can you see one extra space is there after
Yeah,
Y?
yeah.
Yeah. Now hit enter.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yes.
That's what I told you. Anyway, so Pinky, what's your question?
Sir, y is going to be same for every cells, right? So we can fix log the y, right? Like D4 could be
Yeah, we are going to do that because now we are in
okay.
only one cell. When we go for application of multiple cells, we will be doing that. Don't worry,
Okay.
we'll do that. Good. Now, let me take a control back on the screen. Now, we have got a basic understanding, though it is a hidden formula, how to write it. All right. Now, let's go for making a practice of finding the result for month and day also. For month, what we can do, M. For day, we can go for D. And let's go for same formula again to type it. Is equal to date diff, open bracket, taking the date of joining, comma, today formula over here, comma, Excel operator. Similarly, equal to date div over here, start date, date of joining, comma, today formula, comma, over here.
Sir, one more time.
Yeah, same formula, nothing else.
Got it.
Sir, I have one question.
Please ask.
Sir, actually, I want to ask that YMD we are mentioning, is it default to mention? Because as I tried, if I'll put double Y or triple Y like that, it is not coming.
Obviously, it will not come. See, Y. 4 characters means Y represents as year, but when you want to represent year with complete 4 characters, that makes a sense of Y, and that too in a format text mode. But when you go for a simple Y, it is understanding as Y represents a year. This is predefined. We are not defining anything of our own. What Microsoft has designed, that
Okay.
is what we are following.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right. So I believe everybody is getting the answer for year, month, and day. So now you got a hands-on experience now with the date day formula. Can I take like that?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now,
My today
just
is
look.
not showing double brackets, it's just showing single bracket. Any reason?
No, it will show definitely today open bracket and close bracket. Only it will take the formula complete.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so now just look at my screen for a minute and understand the concept. Do you believe that I can express my employee's experience in this format like 14 years, 169 months, and 5,155 days? Definitely not. Then what is this result about? This is nothing but individual component-wise differences. Year-wise 14, month-wise 169, day-wise 5,155. Do you agree?
Yes.
The other way, if you discuss in the month category, let's focus. 169 months is there. We know one thing. Whenever number of months reaches to 12, it becomes 1 year. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, if I
Yeah.
ask you how many years are there in 169 months, what is the basic mathematics we do? Taking equal to number of months divided by 12. Do you agree with the formula?
Yeah.
And this is giving me the result 14.0833 and all. What is the meaning? 14 complete years are there Rest of balance incomplete months in a complete year. So 14 years is already taken in the year category. 14 is already taken. That cannot be ever expressed in the month category again. Correct?
Yeah.
So to remove the same, to remove the complete year and leave only with our balance incomplete months in a complete year, just do one thing. Go to our Excel operator. Instead of M, go for YM. YM stands for year to month. The incomplete months in a complete year. This is also predefined by Microsoft Excel. Now see the beauty. The moment you change YM, now the 14 years entirely removed for year category, and balance incomplete month, it is shown over here as 1 month. Similarly, going to the day category, instead of D, go for MD, month to date. The incomplete month in a complete, the incomplete days in a complete month, MD, month to date. This is also predefined. Now it makes a perfect expression. 14 years, 1 month, 11 days. Kindly check it out. Is it clear concept?
Sir, I didn't understand. YM and MD.
Sorry?
I did not understand YM and MD.
Okay, YM stands for year to month. See, earlier
Yeah,
it
got
was
it.
that like earlier it was
Month
like
on
M
months.
169 months.
Yeah, yeah.
In 169 months, how many complete years are there? We discussed.
14. Yeah,
So
got it.
14. So
Yeah,
14 already taken in the year category, right?
correct.
So I cannot ever express again 14 over here, right? Now, after 14 complete years, how many balance leftover months only that only I can express in the month category, correct?
Hmm.
For that reason, we go for YM. YM stands for year to month. This is also predefined by Microsoft Excel. We are not doing anything.
Okay.
I'm stuck
Similarly,
in
MD.
month.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm stuck in month.
Okay. Oh, okay. Its total will be 14 years plus 1 month, right? It means
Absolutely.
got it now.
Yeah.
Sir, I
Yes.
have
And
one
days
question.
will be plus 14 years exit by month and plus 11 days complete exit
Absolutely.
details. Got
Yes.
it now.
Yeah. Yes,
I
Anna,
have one
what's your
question.
question? Yeah, Balaji.
Yeah, in the month formula, I have taken it as if dated if D6
Hmm.
today and E4, it is showing to me as 1476 as output, sir, not 169.
No. What is that formula you have taken?
Is equal to dated if
Hmm.
within bracket D6, comma,
Not
today.
D6, not D6. You have just dragged it. I told you, write it manually. Your start date is C6, not D6.
Okay.
Date of joining is C6, correct?
C6, right?
Yeah,
So it is coming as 169. And
yeah.
in case of the day, the formula is
Same. Date diff C6, today, and F4.
oh, acha. That's why 5155 is the output. Okay. And just here, year to month and month to date, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So here, instead of what I did is instead of substituting on the separate cell YM and MD, I put directly in the formula, but
I
I'm not
told you
getting
not
their.
to. I
Yeah,
told
yeah.
you not to. I told you not to do that, money, and there is a reason.
No.
I told you
I
exclusively. Last time you
yeah,
asked
yeah.
me, I told you not to do that. See, you can do it, but you have to repeatedly working on that. Now, what is happening? You got to go and deal with each and every individual column and you have to operate. And if you are defining the same, if you are doing it manually, then you must define within two double inverted quotes. Now, suppose say I don't want to define MD over here. I want to define over here. You should write it like this. Okay. Hope now you got the clear.
Yeah. Understand.
Prabhas, can I share my screen? I'm stuck
Yeah.
at today. Inverted. I mean, brackets are not showing. I'll just show you in a minute.
Okay.
Sir, till the time she shows, I just have a question.
Mhm.
This formula cannot be dragged because it is not
No. See, when you drag it, the cell references are changing, right?
correct. So we need to freeze the cells and drag.
Absolutely. Then you can drag. Then you can drag. We'll understand that is not needed at all. Don't worry. That's what I'm coming up to. Don't worry.
Okay.
Dragging is not needed at all. Well, yes. So date diff, bracket open. Go for start date, date of joining, comma, today formula. Yeah, close bracket, comma, Excel operator. Yeah, that M cell. Yes. No. E4. Bracket close. After E. No, no. Take that M cell. M cell. Yeah. Bracket close. Enter. You got it.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm taking the control back on the screen. Just pay focus on my screen for a minute again. So though deaddiff is a hidden formula, how to write we are clear. What is the usage of YM and MD operation uses that also we are clear. Now we got an experience of one particular employee as 14 years, 1 month, 11 days. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. As we know,
So
once we
I
got
calculated and shows 11 instead of 11 days showing 8 days. Why? Although date is the same.
in place of day, what is the formula you have taken? Just spell out,
Same.
please. No, no, tell
Dated
me.
if
Date
this
diff.
is today F4. Yeah, same.
No, 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 no. Your date of joining, is it showing 31st December
Yes,
2008?
yes. Yeah, I haven't changed. Yeah.
Okay. Now in the day category, did you take the formula date diff
Yes,
C6, comma
yes,
today, comma F4?
yes. When I did MD, like same. It's showing 8 days instead of 11.
Nairobi. Can you share your screen? Let me have a look.
Sure. See,
No, no, your screen is not yet visible.
can you
Have you
see now?
shared your entire desktop or entire
Yes,
screen?
yes, yes.
You have to reshare again, I guess.
Okay, wait. Now, can you?
Yeah, I can.
No.
Mm-hmm. Date diff C6 today F4. Okay, hit enter. Okay. So 14 years, 1 month, 8 days. It is taking. Okay, 31st December. The reason is, I'll tell you, because of this version of 2007, this
Mm-hmm.
formula logic was not rectified. So you will be getting this much of difference. This is the reason why.
Mm,
You are in 2007. Okay.
okay.
So this formula logic has been rectified in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So this difference
Okay.
is because of that.
Okay.
Now, the moment we go for this over here, now formula is ready for a cell for a particular employee. We can select all these things and then I can go for a double click on that drag button. In the last, I'll just go for double click on this. So it will immediately apply for the rest. But the problem is, except the first one, rest of the cases, I'm getting error. Reason? If you go to the first error of a year category and if I open the formula, can you see why there is an error? When I copy the formula down, my date of joining is moving down. That is fine. But my Excel operator D4 is also moving to D5. Can you see that? So this cell should not move down. D4 should not move to D5. So what we need to do, we should select the entire solution array, which is creating a trouble. D4 is creating a trouble. So D4 movement, I have to lock it. How? By hitting F4 or function F4. Formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Control, enter. Similarly, I'll go to my month category again, which is creating a trouble, E4. I need to lock it. Control, enter. I'll go to my day category, select F2. F4 needs to be locked and control enter. So this is how the moment I go for this, my formula will be ready. So just check it out. Is it working?
Yes, sir.
So far, whatever we discussed, like taking a date diff hidden formula, how to write it, what is the uses of today formula in date diff formula to generate today's date, what is the use of YYMMD to represent our year to month, month to date, and we got the result. And finally, why we need to log this to get it rectified. Now our solution is perfect. We got the answer for all the employees experience in this format. Any doubt, any questions, people, anybody?
Sir, 1 minute. I just wanted to see the formula again. Where you said date if C6 today, D4 से पहले F4 दबाना है, D4 खत्म होने के बाद F4 दबाना है.
नहीं, D4 खत्म होने के बाद भी हो सकता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. आप
हाँ.
D4 के ऊपर कर्सर रखो, इधर D
हाँ.
और 4 के बीच में रखो, नहीं तो 4 के बाद रखो, नहीं तो D से पहले रखो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
F4.
यस.
ओके. दोनों के बीच में रख के, मतलब E4 D4 और इसके
चलेगा.
बीच में.
हाँ, चलेगा.
F4. Sorry. Okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So we got the answer now that how to compute the experience of the employees in this format over here. All right. So this will be very, very helpful whenever if you're in the HR team or admin team, you are computing the gratuity payments and all, or if you're working with the project, you want to calculate the span of the project, any point of time, you can compute like this. All right. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Happy with the solution?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
This question I am going to ask several times, people, because I am just doing a postman job. Whatever Microsoft Excel has designed, I am passing on that knowledge to you. But as a user, you have to give me your feedback. Are you happy with the solution?
Sir, I have a question like how you did rectify about Y and M stands for in these things. You must have learned, or I mean, how can we know it? I mean, it is
Well,
at health
see,
center
any
or
obviously
where it is mentioned.
you can go to F1. You can press F1. Any point of
Mhm.
time, you can go to press F1 over here. Okay.
Okay.
So when you go for F1, you'll be getting a ready-made help command. In
Okay.
Microsoft Excel, you'll be getting the command. Else,
Okay.
you can go to Edge also, like or your Google Chrome or anything. If you want to have the knowledge completely about date diff formula, you can type date diff formula. Okay. So it will be giving you the explanations like start date, comma, end date, comma, unit. Or if you want to go in depth of that, along with some formula help, some
Mm-hmm.
examples. See,
Mm-hmm.
Y stands for year, M
Mm-hmm.
stands for month, D stands for date, MD, YM, whatever we discussed, everything, it is completely there. You can cross check that even.
Got
The
it.
way you are.
And how get we update on particular version of Excel कि कुछ added हुआ है कुछ नया जैसे YMDD जैसे 2007 में नहीं है, there is no like
You can't get that. That is only available for the Office insiders or the Microsoft Office specialist only,
okay
because we are the members or certified members of Microsoft community. So
okay
we get those details. Not as
okay
every end user you'll be getting that.
got it
Yeah, yeah.
okay sir no problem thank you sir.
Fine. Welcome. No problem. All right. So again, I'm asking the question: are you happy with the solution?
With all the solutions or this solution?
This one. This one.
Yeah, it's showing the year, month, and date.
Okay.
Date, of course.
Fine. So if you're unable to make out my question, I'm making it more precise even. Going to each and every column, editing the formula, locking the cell for three different columns for three different times. Are you comfortable doing the same?
No, it is a tedious job.
Ah, so when it is a tedious job, you believe, do you feel that Microsoft ever will recommend for that?
No, there must be
No.
something better.
So definitely, whatever we did, people, this is what our experts suggest us to do the job like this. But Microsoft Excel never recommends for that. So what we did, that yellow colored cells, whatever the solution we have defined, kindly select and press the delete button. You must be thinking what kind of trainer you are, Prabhas. First you are telling we are giving our entire focus to the training. Then you are saying this is not recommended. Sometimes we need to learn from our own mistakes also. Do you agree?
Yes
Yes.
sir.
So
Right.
are we
Yes.
supposed to select the table format in this? Does
No,
it
no,
help?
no, no, no. So I believe you all are deleted, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then, as we develop the practice, what did I say? First, select your entire solution array where you have to design the solution. First, you select that. Step one. Leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, go for equal to, and start typing date diff bracket open. Now, start with what is the first element?
Start date.
Start date. Where it is it there in my left of the formula, right side?
C6.
That's what, how to visit that cell,
Left,
how to,
left
so
arrow
you
key.
use the left
Left,
arrow key.
left arrow.
Yes. Now it is taking a address C6. C is the column, 6 is the row. I repeat, 6C is the column, 6 is the row. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, when I
Yes.
copy this formula towards down, C6 will move to C7, C8, C9, C10. Do you agree?
Yes.
Now, when the movement is happening, which one sounds common? C6, C8, C9, C10, which one sounds common?
C
C.
C.
What is C?
the column
C is the column, right?
Mm.
It is not restricting to a cell, it is moving within a column. It is moving within a column. So when data is moving within a column, instead of locking the cell, we need to lock only the column. And to lock the column only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before column. And to bring the dollar symbol before column, we need to hit our F4 key 3 times. Hit F4 key thrice. Once, twice, thrice. Can you see? Only $1 symbol appears before column.
yes
Yes.
So this is called our column constant or column freeze or column lock. So when I copy this formula towards down, C6 will go to C7 because column is locked, row is free. So 6 will go to 7, no problem. But when I copy this formula towards right, C6 will never go to D6 because column is locked. So hope the usage is clear.
Yes, sir.
Come on. What is the next input?
Today Today.
Today formula. Today open bracket and close bracket. This doesn't need any kind of locking because the default nature of this formula is whichever the cell it goes, it will generate today's date only. So leave as it is, comma. What is the third input?
Have for freeze.
Our Excel operator. What is the cell reference?
Operator.
D4.
D4.
Comma.
Now stay focused. Stay focused. When I copy this formula towards down, D4 should not go to D5. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes,
But when
sir.
I copy the formula towards right, D4 should move to E4 for month calculation. E4 should move to F4 for day calculation. So there is a movement D4, E4, F4. Which one sounds common?
4.
4.
So what is 4? 4 is a row. So we have understood our data is moving, but it is moving within a row. When data is moving within a row, we should lock only the row, not the entire cell. So to lock the row only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before row number. And to bring the dollar symbol before row number, hit F4 key twice. Hit F4 key 2 times and see the beauty. There is a dollar symbol. Is it appearing only before the row number?
Yes.
So this makes our row constant or row freeze or row lock. So when I copy this formula towards down, D4 will never go to D5 since row is locked. But when I copy this formula towards right, D4 will definitely go to E4 since column is free. Hope the uses of our row lock you are clear.
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bracket close. Hold up. Formula is ready only for a cell. We need to apply for the entire range. What is the shortcut we learned?
We just need to copy paste.
Copy paste. Have I ever told you to
I
copy
mean,
paste?
I mean just drag and drop it.
Drag and drop. Did I say since beginning any point of time?
No.
Control enter
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
and see the beauty. With one shot, one go, entire formula is ready and giving the result to you. So this is how you should write your formula efficiently so that you don't need to struggle with each and every column and edit the formula, locking the cell with multiple times. So depending upon the uses, you have to lock the row or the column or the both. So this is
Devansh,
what
can you just repeat it once again? Because I'm just getting only 14 years, so maybe I'm missing something.
13 years. You can share your screen. What is that? Let's see. No, you have not done control enter. You have gone for control and see. Oh, hold on. Escape. Select the complete thing starting from 14. No, don't delete that. Don't delete it. Don't delete it. No, don't write this in this way. Formula was giving the result, right? Undo. Control Z, undo. Select the entire yellow colored cells. Go for, no, still you have written 14 manually. It is not a formula driven cell. Go for undo. Undo one more time. Now you select. No. Redo. Just go for control Y. Do for control Y. Now go to the formula bar. Formula bar. Keep your cursor in the no, not in the formula tab. Formula bar. There you keep the cursor. That white color. Yes. Now control enter. Okay.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right, friends. So I believe everybody is clear with this, our date formula. Like this will be very, very helpful. Trust me, You will struggle a lot finding the accuracy, but this formula is pretty helpful. It will be giving you pinpoint result accurate. And tomorrow when you open the file, it will keep updating your records. So tomorrow it will become 14 years, 1 month, 12 days, because today formula is there and this will make your solution dynamic. That's what the beauty. All right. So any doubt, any queries for the day, people? Anybody?
Nope, I'm just struggling with all those keyboard. Maybe we can talk about that later.
Already I have dropped a mail
Yeah, I
with the
have seen the email, so let
yes.
me, go through it
You
and
have to
then.
practice that because Windows keyboard shortcuts are different from Mac keyboard
Yeah,
shortcuts. So that is the only way you have to help yourself with the list of keyboard shortcuts. You have to practice.
sure. Thank you very much, Prabhas.
Welcome, no problem. Yes. Any doubt or queries for the day, people?
Not at all.
Okay. So tomorrow, the same time, we are going to catch up and make sure you are practicing at least one time again offline before dropping into the meeting room of day two. And I request everyone, please log into the meeting room 5 or 10 minutes well in advance and settle down properly. If at all any problem or challenges are there, please call us well in advance so that we can help you out if at all something is there. And day two,
Sir,
yeah,
sorry, no, no, please continue.
yeah, no problem. Tell me.
Mm, so question is like we are gonna practice this, but sometimes it happen like when some scenario comes up, right? So how we keep it in mind, like we learned it and we have to apply it. Like it's not
See,
easy,
that
right?
comes out of your practice. Overnight,
Okay.
nothing is possible. I told you, overnight, nothing is possible. It's just not one time you have taken the training and immediately you will go to the workplace and you can just do a rocket science over there. It's not
Mm-hmm.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn, you have to practice, you have to keep implementing at your workplace, and then only you can get a lot of confidence to have a catch hold on the topics.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. And again, I'm giving one flexible window option for you. If at all during the practice you face any challenge or you have some queries you want to still discuss, please log into the meeting room by 1:45 p.m. So 1:45 to 2 o'clock will be utilizing the window time for doubt clarifications. Dot 2 p.m. we are going to start the session. So I need to adhere to the time schedule. So please excuse me if I have started the training program without informing you. That is not going to happen from day two onwards. You have to help yourself. Being on time is definitely nothing wrong. We know that very well. So we can catch up the speed and we can complete all our topics, whatever we have committed or whatever we have offered to you. But you have to help yourself with that. And the more the practice you do, same thing we are going to repeat in our day to the keyboard shortcuts, the techniques of our dollar key usage. We are going to repeatedly using that. And tomorrow the same file we are going to continue and we are going to discuss some more data cleansing techniques, data analytical tools uses, and some filter and sorting hacks, and more usage of our format as table options, some data cleansing techniques with some AI tools, how to use it. Then finally, we'll complete our topic by data visualization. That will be our tomorrow's agenda. All right.
You
Now,
send,
before
you
coming
send,
to
you,
the,
s-
yeah,
you send any email today?
yes, you will be getting the session recording. I mean, whatever the session we have attended today, it is being recorded. You'll be getting the session recording as a link by 9 p.m. max.
All right.
Yeah.